from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's used car superstore, Buy Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
All right, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on Tree Country 1330 Sports. John Dooley alongside Gary Bailey, Morgan Schofield running the tech. She's trying to teach us how to do this tech, Gary, and I don't know. I'm still kind of sketchy about that.
You know that old saying.
Yeah.
Right?
What's that?
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
That's for true. Morgan's,
You learn.
She's nodding her head up and down. Yes, and okay. At any rate, we're back at Shriver Field. 1 week ago, we were here for season opener and for dedication to this new artificial turf on Shriver Field. Man, it is beautiful. I tell you, if you hadn't seen it here yet, this field is spectacular, I think.
Very, very nicely done. Yeah, nice and bright, easy to see. But you know what else? Holds the heat a little bit, Doc.
Yeah, that's what they're telling us. This game has been delayed. It was originally scheduled for, 7 p.m. kickoff?
That's correct.
What happened from there, Gary?
You know what? They said the temperature on the turf was too hot outside of the parameters that they were allowed to play, so they delayed it 30 minutes, and they now say the temperature has gone below that threshold. Oh, that's nice. So we will be kicking off just shortly after 7:30.
Very good. So, and our opponent, who's up to bat tonight?
We got the Greenfield Central Cougars, Doc, and Greenfield Central last week really took it to Madison. Not sure how good Madison is, but Greenfield took it to them early and often, and off to a good start are they this year.
Yeah, last week Greenfield Central defeated Madison 49-0. They scored 4, not 1, not 2, 4 touchdowns in the first quarter, all passing touchdowns, and it was just kind of a romp from there, Gary.
Yep, that's exactly what it was, and Greensburg didn't fare a whole lot better in their game last week, opening up against the Shelbyville Golden Bears, a much improved Shelbyville Golden Bears from years past.
Can only hope.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll find out the next week or two. Greenfield Central, the opponent tonight, and they're ranked number 10 in the 4A division. Pirates unranked in the number 3 division. And, well, let's be kind about it. Greenfield Central comes in here as a slight favorite.
Yep, a little bit of a favorite according to the Sagarin computer. I'm not even going to go over it. You can if you want, but I'm not going to go over it. But, Doc, had things turned out a little bit differently maybe, I was born in Greenfield. This would have been my alma mater tonight. But,
you bet. You could have been the voice of the Cougars.
I guess I could have been. Yeah, Greenfield Central 1-0 at Greensburg here tonight, 0-1. Coaches for tonight's ball game for Greenfield Central across the way, Travis Nolting. He's in his 5th year at Greenfield, almost at 500. He's 20-22 in those 4+ years. Overall, this is his 13th campaign. He has a pretty impressive record, 80 wins against 50 losses. Wes Anderson, first year at Greensburg, first year as a head coach, and as we mentioned, 0-1 in his short career here at Greensburg. But he's got some time to get it straightened out here.
You betcha. Last year, I should say, it was at Greenfield Central, and the Cougars defeated the Pirates 44-0 on Greenfield Central's field. I tell you what, I admired it last year because they had artificial turf, and I thought, man, we ought to get us some of this. Well, we got us some of that now.
And here it is. We got it.
All right. In fact, there was an unusual series in that game, Gary, that I've never seen before or since in any level of football. What do you remember about that?
What was it, 98 yards the Pirates marched?
Yep.
Got down to the 1 or 2 yard line.
Started at the 1. Ended at the 1.
Couldn't get it in the end zone.
Didn't score. It was a 98-yard drive with no points to show for it.
No points to show for it. Doc, and you know what the anniversary of today is the anniversary of?
What's that?
Cal versus Stanford.
Oh, you told me about that.
The infamous 8 laterals at the end of the game for Stanford to fall to Cal. Stanford was highly ranked in that. John Elway was their quarterback. And they kicked a field goal with just seconds left, did Stanford, and they were celebrating, actually holding the big trophy. And
had the band on the field.
They had a little pooch kick. Yeah, the band started to rush the field. Cal picked it up, lateraled it 8 times, and then ran all the way into the end zone. And the final jump in the air hit the tuba player from behind, knocked him down. But Cal pulled the upset 25-20.
There you go. Yeah, and I bet I've seen that replayed, I don't know, countless times.
No, today's not the anniversary. That tape I was watching, it's actually November 20th, but yeah, I watched that tape today. It's
gotcha.
Interesting.
Well, as we mentioned last week, Greenfield Central topped Madison 49-0. Shelbyville came in here and took down our Pirates 39-14, and that's where we are here. Greenfield Central. In fact, they're both GCHS, like you caught that first, Gary.
Yep, I made a prediction.
GCHS versus GCHS.
I made a prediction. GCHS is going to win this ball game tonight.
Greensburg Pirates, of course, in their familiar blue and white. Their official enrollment, as per classification purposes for the IHSA, Gary, 694. And Greenfield Central, their official numbers for classification, 1,444, over twice the size. I think they should give us 10 points right up front.
Yeah, that's a handicap. That's right. It should be.
Yeah. And, of course, their colors are royal blue and yellow gold. for Greenfield Central. Of course, the Pirates 3A members of the Eastern Indiana Athletic Conference, 0-1 on the year. Last year, 4-7. And Greenfield Central 4A members of the Hoosier Heritage Conference, just like Shelbyville last week. They're 1-0. Last year, they were 7-4. In fact, the last couple of years, they were 7-4. And that's where we stand right here. Pirates, of course, Coach Wes Anderson, like Gary said, in his first year. Our athletic director is Stacy Meyer, Principal Mike Myers, and Superintendent Tom Hunter. About everybody knows all four of those guys, don't they?
Yep.
And coach for Greenfield Central, Travis Nolting, Jared Manning, their athletic director, their principal, Jason Carey, and their superintendent, Harold Olin. So there you go. I've done my duty. Called out their names, given their due respects.
Got it covered.
That's the last we're talking about them.
This is not good.
What's that?
This bell momentum is going to knock this little girl over.
Good.
Oh, she was able to stop it pretty good, actually.
There you go.
I thought she was going to get run over. But anywho.
And again, a late start because of the temperature. It was 1 degree over. In fact, Pirates were going to do it, and I guess someone was persnickety on the other team and wanted to delay it. But you know what? I've been told Greenfield Central, they don't have any players playing both ways. The Pirates are going to play, I think he said 14 players tonight.
Wow.
So almost everybody playing both ways. So
I hope they've been hydrating all week long.
You throw in the heat, and I think we'll be seeing some cramping and some fatigue here tonight, Gary.
I bet you're right, Doc.
Well, this isn't the only game of the
yes, it
in
is.
Indiana, but it's the most important one, isn't it, Gary?
It is.
There are a few others going to kick off tonight. Who we got?
All right, within the EIAC conference, Franklin County will travel to Connorsville. Connorsville 1-0, Franklin County 0-1 in this early year. Harrison, Ohio at East Central. That's a big rivalry for those schools. It'll be interesting to see how that one comes out. Lawrenceburg is at Taylor of Ohio. Madison on the road at South Dearborn. Milan is at Batesville. Rushville is at Shelbyville. North Decatur travels to Eastern Hancock. Shenandoah is at Heritage Christian. Union City at Monroe Central. Irvington Prep Academy will travel to South Decatur this evening. Columbus North is at Columbus East, and Brown County is at Jennings County. So some games of note in and around the area and within the conference and whatnot.
All right, there's just less than 15 minutes left on the kickoff clock, the pregame clock. Gary, we'll take an opportunity. We'll step away for just a couple minutes. When we come back, we'll talk with Wes Anderson, the new head coach here of the Greensburg Pirates. Don't go away.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Speaking with Wes Anderson, head coach of the Greensburg Pirates. Coach, it's time to snap back after a tough loss last week.
Yeah, not the way we wanted to get started. And the thing is, with the schedule we got, we're playing a 4A ranked team tonight. So we've got to have a short memory and come back tonight and flush that and really play well from the jump.
Gotcha. In Greenfield Central, years past, they were running team. They had 4 touchdown passes in the first quarter last week. So what do we expect today?
Boy, a couple really good weapons on the perimeter tonight. Kirk Connect, who's played a ton of football in that program, is a 5-time state finalist, track, long jumper, and a 4x1 sprinter. So always been a problem on the perimeter for them. That dude is really, really fast. And they've actually moved on the other side. Lane Waddle, who's a Georgia Tech commit, who was their tight end last year, they're actually splitting him out now. Yeah. Big size mismatch problem, 6'5", 250, 260. So we got our hands full in the secondary, which, as you're aware, was a problem area for us a week ago. So same thing I told you, we got to have a short memory with that group, and we got to buckle down and play some good football in the secondary tonight.
going to be hot tonight for both teams, and there you get into cramps and fatigue. How do we manage that?
Well, a little bit tougher for us than them. I mean, they got probably 2.5 times as many kids as I do, and he doesn't really play a lot of kids both ways, one or two. We're going to play maybe 14 kids tonight total. So, we've got to take care of that. I know the officials are going to give us a couple of mandatory timeouts here in the first half to kind of try to manage the heat a little bit and get our guys some rest. But, a night like tonight, I'll be honest with you, I mean, I may have to be a little bit judicious with my timeouts, and I may need to be using timeouts to help our kids rest, not for, we're lined up wrong or, we make a mistake or we see something we don't like. I may need to keep those in my back pocket tonight.
Got you. Very good. So, strengths of their defense. How do they D up?
Well, so we're going to get a lot of cover zero tonight, which I'm excited about. I think it's a good opportunity for Bryson to plan up tonight and our receivers to really shine. I thought they had a nice game last week for sure. In the box, man, so much chaos. I mean, they bring 6 or 7 every snap. They're coming from all over the place. They show you. I mean, I drew up 30 blitzes this week, and I don't think we ran the same one twice. So they've got a big playbook full of blitzes and pressures. And it was not a great week for offensive line last week for sure. So we've been on those guys a lot this week about keeping things simple, playing within our rules. And again, really, if we just pass pro decently well tonight, I think we've got a good shot.
Okay, very good, Coach. Looking for a good ball game here tonight. Like you say, I think they're ranked 10th in 4A.
Yep.
It'll be a tough challenge, win or lose. We expect them to play well tonight.
It is, and this is why you do it. You do it to play in these games and to have a chance to knock off a ranked opponent next class up. And it's why you get excited. It's why you get out of bed in the morning. It's why you get in the profession for sure.
All right, we're looking for a good one here tonight. Coach, some final thoughts before we kick off?
No, like I said, got to manage the heat, got to play well. Obviously, I don't think we played our best football until the second half last week. I told you after the game, I thought we really played well in the second half, and we went back and watched the film. And, I think that who we were in the second half is a better representation of who we are as a team. So the goal tonight is to start fast, get some points on the board, and try to hang around in this thing as long as we can and keep it interesting late.
Right. Coach, good luck to you and the Pirates here tonight.
Thanks.
All right, that Wes Anderson, head coach of the Greensburg Pirates, and getting his team ready. And tell you what, he took it was his first game as a head coach, and let's face it, he took the loss kind of hard last week.
Well, he did, and as a coach, I don't remember my first match, to be honest with you, but you always want to win that first one right out of the gate, and you're excited and fired up. And as he said, I don't think he got the result he was expecting out of some of his schemes and things. So I know he wants to rate those things and at least see them play well tonight. He doesn't think they played well. So, if you play well and get beat by a better team, that's one thing. And I think that's just what he's looking for, playing well and doing the simple things, like he said, and doing fundamentally good things, and let the outcome be what it may.
Yeah, and he's right. We did play better in the second half last night. Actually outscored the opponent by a point. If you remember one of those touchdowns we gave up, we had to go for a 4th and 12 in our own territory, and because of the circumstances of the game. But
right.
But you can't wait to the second half to start playing ball.
Nope, you can't, especially against a good team. And tonight we certainly have a good team in front of us.
All right. Well, also tonight, like you mentioned, had North Decatur is on the road at Eastern Hancock, their first road game. Obviously, South Decatur's first home game at Irvington Prep Academy. So good luck to the Cougars and the Chargers for that one. We look at the polls, polls as far as some noteworthy things in 6A, Gary. Ben Davis is the number 1 team in 6A. Center Grove went on the road to one of the best teams in the country, St. Edwards in Ohio, and lost 27-10. They were ranked number 1 in the coaches poll before that happened. And also in 5A, Fort Wayne Snyder is ranked number 1. 4A, East Central, who else? Ranked number 1 in both the Associated Press and the coaches poll.
Wow.
They had their way with Lawrenceburg last week, 42-7. Both of those teams, Lawrenceburg, East Central, in state championship games last year. East Central having won the state championship. New Pals ranked 6th and 5th, respectively, in the AP and the coaches poll. That's where Coach Wes Anderson has come from. Green Central 10th in both polls in the 4A. So after having mauled Madison last week. 3A poll, Lawrenceburg, even after having that tough loss last week, Gary, they're ranked number 5 in the Associated Press. The coaches have them at number 3 in the 4A. So that loss, they kind of respect for East Central, I guess. 2A poll, it's Evansville at Mater Dei at number 1. Triton Central is number 2 in both polls, Gary.
No kidding.
They were on the schedule till I think they were replaced by Greenfield Central, weren't they?
That's right.
Last year. They used to play them. Brownstown Central's ranked 7th and 8th, respectively, in 2A. And in single A, Lutheran, the number 1 team in both polls. North Decatur, Gary, number 3 last week. They beat South Decatur and fell to number 4. So there you go.
Go figure.
just the way polls go.
Yep.
They can be fickle, can't they?
They can be fickle. You never know.
Pirates coming through there. What is that thing they're coming through, Gary?
That's
It's a blow-up helmet.
Inflatable helmet with a small tunnel behind it, so looks pretty impressive. Tell you what, there's a lot of new here this year. The turf, the scoreboard, the tunnel they run out of, and I don't know if you noticed, behind the bleachers they have huge curtains now that says Greensburg Pirates, and it's very impressive.
Very nice.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of
Don't
new
have a
stuff.
flagpole yet, but we're working on it. I hear it's...
Did they turn on the air conditioning in the booth up here?
Yeah, wish they would, right?
Yeah. All right. Just less than 7 minutes to play on the pregame clock. Both teams are on the sidelines, I guess. Well, here comes the band. I guess we'll have the anthem before you know it. Last week, although it was the dedication of the new Shriver Field, Gary, no band.
No band, and oh, okay, here comes the flag. I was going to say last week they did unfurl a flag on the field, and here it comes. As we said, I think the flagpole is on order. So many things these days, I think it's on back order. Never know when it'll be in.
Yeah. Got the ladies, about 8, 9, 10 ladies carrying out the American flag. We'll unfurl it. And we have our national anthem. Greenfield Central.
I went to a Reds game last Saturday night.
Yep.
Their flag covered almost the entire field. They unfurled it like that, about 100 people holding on to it.
And waving it up and down.
Yep, almost the entire baseball field that thing covered.
Yeah.
A little bit
Stars and
different
stripes.
here.
Well, everybody's standing up. We're facing the Stars and Stripes. We're going to honor America. We'll step away for a couple minutes to do just that. We'll be right back here on Tree Country.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
And there you have it, our national anthem here, Gary, by the Decatur County Combined Band. I guess it is, isn't it?
Yep, I think it is. Yep.
All right. And teams out on the field, officials coming out. Did we have a coin toss yet?
I've not noticed one, no.
Seen one either. And we're pretty astute. We would see that, wouldn't we?
We wouldn't notice that, yes.
Official out in the center of the court.
There's
And the
not.
captains are lining up to come back out as we speak. And we'll have the coin toss. And we'll see what we have. I'll call out the numbers here for Greenfield if you wish, Gary. We've got 76, 73, 21. And
I don't have a 76, 73.
How about 75?
Don't have a 71. I do
Oh,
have
there's 76, 73, 21, and I guess that's 15 or 5. That's a
15.
5.
Yeah, that's
15 the quarterback. Okay. And it's for Pirates, it's Braden Rankin, and it's Hungerford, Caden Acton, and who else we got? Number 60,
Daniel Kopinski.
69 Kolpinski. He was a new captain for this week.
Yep. And for Greenfield, Dallas Freeman, Jacob Hinton, Reese Hill, and Braden Fleener. And they are, I missed the tip. I was looking at the names here. Or maybe not. No, they just introduced them, so we didn't miss it.
Yep. Freeman, the quarterback for Greenfield Central, had a great game last week. Really, you don't know fully about teams what to expect until they've had 2 or 3 games in there. Looks like Pirates will get the ball first. They'll defend the east goal facing the sun. And that's probably the right call for for Greenfield Central is having faced the sun, Gary, because in the second half, the sun, certainly in the second quarter, the sun will be further down in the sky.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so we're about to get this delayed game underway here. Delayed due to heat on the field. The temperature was outside of the acceptable parameters.
The acceptable parameters is 91 degrees, Gary, and the temperature was
92.
92. So there you go.
There you have it. So it has cooled down considerably since then, I'm sure.
That it has.
All right, so Pirates will be on offense to get this game underway. Trouble last week in the first half finding anything on offense. Let's see if they can right that ship, so to speak, here tonight.
All right, Pirates and Cougars.
Looks like the kicker is going to be Aaron Lee for Greenfield, and he's going to place it on the far hash mark away from us. Acton and Meadows back deep for the Pirates.
All right, kicker.
I already said that, Aaron.
Yeah, I'm looking, though. You said his number's what, 20?
25.
25, all right. He's a senior. Well, how many times do you think someone will go down with cramps here today?
Several.
Gonna
happen. All right, we got the whistle. We're about ready to go here, Doc.
So here we go. Greenfield Central on the kickoff, kind of a short drop back, about 6 yards, and he's on the approach, and here we go. He'll put his foot into it, kind of just a mid-range kick that'll be fielded at the 12, and the return is on. It is by Owen Meadows, goes straight up the middle of the field. He'll find almost the 30-yard line. Let's call it the 29. Pirates 1st and 10.
All right. Pirates on offense. Sophomore quarterback Bryson Alplanup will bring his charges out after he gets the play on the sideline here.
Right at the 30, Gary.
All right. Makes it easy, doesn't it?
Pirates still in their huddle from the sideline.
Gene Rubel across the way. Another season on the chain gang for Gene, and he spruced things up here in the press box for us. He couldn't get us an air conditioner, although he tried.
But he got us some turf.
He got us everything else and made it seem like home.
All right, Pirates break huddle and come to the ball. Let's see how we line up. Last week, Coach Anderson had a spread formation pretty much every play.
Yeah,
we're going to spread 4 to the right, 1 to the left.
Wow.
Bryson Alplanup by himself in the backfield. The quarterback in the shotgun takes the hike, looks to the right, throws to the center of the field. It's caught. It'll be a short gain, just a couple yards or so, and the receiver is.
That could be McKenzie.
Trying to catch his number.
That's 30. I think it's Acton.
It's Caden Acton on the catch, and it's a 2-yard pass play from Alplanup to Acton. 2nd and 8, Pirates. Again, first possession of the ball game to the Pirates. No score here. We just began. This time we'll split those 4 to the wide left side of the field. 1 to the right, looks to the right, throws down the right sideline, overthrown, incomplete. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 8 for Greensburg.
Like Carson Miller.
If it's number 7, that's Carson Miller.
I think it's so hard to see these Pirate numbers.
That it is.
Across the field. It was. So it'll bring up 3rd and 6 here for the Pirates on their first possession. Just underway, no score. If you're just joining us, it was a delayed start.
Pirates looking for, how did they move it up? They've got it. Okay, so here's a pass play. Oh, right at the sticks and knocked down. Nice defensive play there by Greenfield Central. It was going to be right at the first down marker, but it falls incomplete.
So I would imagine the Pirates are going to punt this away.
So it was 2nd and 8, and then it was 3rd and 6. How did they do that?
He got 4 yards on the first play.
Oh, did it? Okay, I thought it was 2.
No.
All right, that's why we have you, Gary, to keep me straight.
Looks like, what are we lined up? Is Alplanup the punter? Yep, he's listed as the punter.
Saw very few punts last week by either ball club. It's a low snap. He's got to pick it up. Can he get it off? He cannot. He'll be sacked, and this will be a great starting position for Greenfield Central. The snap was right at the Planup's feet, and he had to go down and get it, and it ended up being and Greenfield Central, Gary, going to start at their own 25-yard line.
What is that, a 9-yard loss?
Yep, loss of 9.
So that'll go down as a rush for a loss of 9 for all Planup. And Greenfield in business with a short field here to get underway.
They'll start at the 25-yard line.
In their quarterback, number 15, Dallas Freeman, coming off a great week, and he's going to start it right
Pass,
off the
he
bat.
throws to the right side. It's high. It's incomplete. Boy, it's a big receiver. I think that's who he was talking about. What's his number, 34? Yeah, Lane Waddle. He's the Georgia Tech commit, is he not?
He is,
Yep.
6'5". I'll tell you what, though, the Pirates had some pressure there being applied to Freeman. I think he kind of had to rush that pass and why it was offline.
And Freeman, Waddle, 6'5", and he went up high, couldn't come down with it. It's over his head. Pitch out to the run back. He'll try the right side. He's got a big hole. He'll go up and he'll get down to the 15-yard line. I think he's just shy of a first down.
Owen Meadows on the stop.
Put him right at the 15. It'll be third and inches, Gary.
No huddle for Greenfield. They're going right to work here.
Nope, they're going to call it a first down. They move the sticks, and they'll try straight up the middle, and they'll get short yardage, maybe a yard on that first down play. So 2nd and 9. We'll be at the 14-yard line for Greenfield Central. And they started this drive at their 25. At the Pirates' 25.
Boy, so they got a one-on-one way out here by himself.
Yep, we do, and that's the big guy too. No, the big guy's over here. So here we go. He's going to pass to the right side, and it is it caught? No, incomplete. It was in his breadbasket. He was going down low for it. But it was Kirk Connect, who had a good game last week at Madison, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, Pirates, good defense here. They were right on the receiver. He was open, however. He would, Pirate defender right on his back.
So here's 3rd and 9 here for Greenfield Central. Quarterback looks to the left side. Same play he's trying, and he just overthrows him.
Wow, a couple of bad
passes. Just over his head. The receiver could barely jump up and tick the ball, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th and 9.
I think they're going to go for it, Doc. I kind of expected to see a field goal. Their field goal kicker was really booting them in practice.
Yep, they're going for 4th and 9. They're at the Pirate 14-yard line, having started this drive on the 25. So here we go.
Oh, I think we were offside.
And no quarterback's going to the left. It's a pitch out to the left side. He's going for the end zone and touchdown.
Number 9.
No flags on the field. It's a 14-yard touchdown run for Greenfield Central. They did the scoreboard first at the 9:33 mark of the ball game, first quarter.
Boston Willard, a 5'9" junior on the touchdown.
Number 9.
Yep. What'd they go, 9 yards?
Went 14 yards.
Oh, 14 yards.
So point after pending. Kirk Connect will hold.
Go for 2 here. They are, no.
They'll do the Michigan shift, and now they'll come to the center and keep it honest.
At 25, Aaron Lee is going to attempt the point after.
And now it looks like Bradley Mallett will hold. Snap looks good. This kicks up. Looks good from here, and it's 7-0 Greenfield Central. 9:33 left in the first quarter. Pirates go 4 and out, actually muff a punt attempt on their first drive, and Greenfield Central cashes in after 6 plays, go 25 yards and a touchdown. It's 7-0. The bad guys will come back. Pirates will have the ball.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg.
And we're back with you here. First quarter action, Gary. What do we got?
Yeah, after a delayed start here at Greensburg, Greenfield Central gets a short field on their first possession. They march right down and score. Greenfield leads 7-0.
So Pirates will have their second possessions coming up. Here's the kickoff from the Cougars. Kind of a high mid-range kick that will be fielded at the 15. Returns on straight up the middle of the field. The ball comes loose. They're going to say he was down.
Oh, I think that's a generous call for
Was that
Pirates.
Cruz on the return?
Meadows.
That was Owen Meadows. Yeah, came up. The ball popped out while he was still on his feet, but they're going to say they blew it dead.
All right.
That was a good call. That was a
lucky call
for the Pirates.
Fortunate call, yeah. But they will start on their own 25-yard line. Down 7-0 are the Pirates.
Still first quarter action. This is Pirates' second possession. And they'll break huddle and come to the ball. Coach not happy with how the offensive line performed last week. He thought that was going to be the stalwart of this offense, but they struggled last week, Gary.
They struggled mightily last week, and those are his words, I think, almost. Maybe not verbatim, but pretty close.
Quarterback hands off, and the back loses yardage on first down here.
Well, they had him in the backfield and let him spin out, that being Miles McKenzie.
Yeah, McKenzie was lined up to the left, went in motion left to right, got the handoff, and I think the defender was on him as soon as he got the ball. 3-yard loss.
Boy, the Pirates now with minus 12 yards rushing.
2nd and 12 now. Pirates, they'll split 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right, 2 to the right. Nobody in the backfield with a plan up the quarterback. Takes a high snap. It's kind of flushed out of the pocket, goes to the right side, keeps it, and gets some positive yardage, but it'll still bring up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, he got about the 4 that they lost and maybe 1 more. Yeah. Or I guess they lost 3, didn't they?
They'll put the ball where at the 30, 31? No. The 26, right? So they gained 4?
Yep, got 4 of it back.
So 3rd and 9?
That's correct.
That's just what you said, isn't it?
You got it figured out now.
I'm struggling here.
I'm with you.
All right, that's why you're here, Gary. High snap, a plant up. He throws it to the right side. Looked like it was tipped at the line of scrimmage. And at the it was Miller who had a chance to catch it, Carson Miller, to the right side, but his defender right on top of it smacks it down.
Yep, so the Pirates are going to be forced into a punt formation again. Didn't work so well the last time. We'll see if they can get a little better result on this one.
So the Pirates lose 3, gain 4, and throw an incomplete, and brings up this 4th and 9 punt attempt. Pirates at their own 26-yard line. Caden Acton coming on the scene late here for this punt formation. And much better hike this time, and they'll get it off a high but short punt. Comes down, hits right at the 50-yard line, and it'll take a short Greensburg roll into Greenfield Central territory at about the 43-yard line.
Yep.
No return. Short punt, kind of a short roll and no return, so.
Yep. And we got, 8:21 to play here. First quarter action. Pirates trail 7-0. Greenfield ready to go on their second offensive possession.
Ball right at the 43-yard line for the Cougars. So the Pirates 2 possessions and no first downs. Greenfield Central, the left hash mark of the 43-yard line. They'll start this drive, and they'll try straight up the middle here.
0.
And no,
First
going up the
down,
left
and
sideline,
then
just
some.
bowling
He's
people
gone.
over. He's going to go.
He's gone.
He's at the 20. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Greenfield Central. He just bowled people over. Cooper Hinton on the touchdown. And that's a 43-yard pass play, and he just bullied his way through the Pirate defense, Gary.
Rush play. Rush.
Is that what I said?
Pass.
Or rushing play, yeah.
Yep, 68 yards, first down. Just like that, it's 13-0. Greenfield Central pending the point after.
So Greenfield Central lines up in kind of that Michigan shift to the left side. They'll come and do it honest now. Aaron Lee will make the try here. And here this kick is up, and it's good. It's 14-0 Greenfield Central in the lead. We're not halfway through the first quarter yet. 8:09 to play in the first. We'll leave you for a moment. We'll be back.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
And we're back, Gary. Give them the great news.
Yeah, great news already in 2 plays. Greenfield Central up 14-0. It wasn't 2 plays, but their last 2 plays have both resulted in touchdown.
Yeah.
A 14-yard run and a 43-yard run.
Yeah, that last series, Gary, 43 yards in 1 play.
1 play. Right off the bat, just kind of ran around the left side and off to the races after literally running over a couple of would-be Pirate tacklers that just could not bring him down. He's listed, Cooper Hinton, 6'1", 175. He's a sophomore. But boy,
he looked like 240.
Yeah,
didn't
he ran like a 200-pounder there. So again, Owen Meadows. This time it looks like it's not Acton back there. Braden Rankin, but I thought he was wearing 57. It's 32, but
yeah, he wears both numbers.
Well, I thought he had 57 on, so I don't know who's wearing 32.
Okay. Here's the Greenfield Central cutoff.
Kick.
It's a nice kick.
Don't catch it.
Comes down and
my
will be
goodness.
caught at the 5, and the return's on for the Pirates. Goes up the center of the field, and he'll get past the 20 to almost the 25-yard line before they
so it did
pull it
pay
down.
off. Did pay off.
Maybe the 23.
I thought he should have let it go. It would have certainly been into the end zone and out to the 20, but he got about 23 out of it, so what do I know? That being Owen Meadows.
You're a tennis coach.
That's right. So the Pirates will have their 3rd opportunity. They trail 14-0 to the the Cougars of Greenfield Central.
Exactly 8 minutes left in the first quarter.
Play clock running, and the Pirates are still in a sideline huddle.
Wow, 17, and they're still in the huddle. They'll break huddle and come to the ball. And they're not running very fast, are they, Gary?
No, well, they should have the play, but you're right.
9 seconds, 8 seconds, still not in place.
I hope they're keeping an eye on. They're going to have to take a timeout, Doc.
3 seconds. They're not going to get this off in time. Wow. They blew the whistle. Yep.
How do you delay a game here for the Pirates? It'll cost them 5 yards.
First penalty of the ball game by either team. I don't know how they missed that. They were the clock running down, and they very slowly strolled out on the field to get in place.
Yeah. Somebody on the coaching staff needs to be watching that play clock, and evidently nobody was.
So 1st and 15.
We were, weren't we, Doc?
Yep. Pirates in the red zone. Unfortunately, it's Greenfield Central's red zone. But they're 1st and 15.
Uh-oh.
And they're coming after the quarterback, aren't they, Gary?
He had his hand on the flag and didn't throw it. I thought it was offsides.
Yep, they charged the quarterback, and they nailed him. And this one's going to be a loss back to the 16? Nope, they'll bring it up to the 15-yard line. So 3-yard loss on the play. They were lined up, and they just came hard after him.
I thought we were on the 23.
We were on the 18 after that 5-yard penalty.
That's right. So what did we lose, 3?
3 yards. So 2nd and 18 for Greensburg. So 5-yard penalty and a 3-yard loss brings up 2nd and 18.
Well, we've had 3 different people run the ball, Doc. They all have negative yards. Not a good start here for the offense.
Planup calls for the ball, throws to the right side, and it's off the fingertips. The intended receiver falls incomplete. Kind of a hot pass. It was Carson Miller, the intended receiver, and goes incomplete. He was well defended.
Yeah, he's well defended each time on that. Aaron Lee has crashed hard. They ought to maybe give it a fake and go, because he's really crashing hard on that pass.
You know, I mentioned, I said the one was a 43-yard run. It was actually 57, because that was their 43.
57, I'll correct
the
that. The
57-yard run. See, I'm slacking too, aren't I, Gary?
So I'll plan up on a run. Gets quite a bit of the Lost yardage back.
Yeah, you get 5 yards of it back, but it was 3rd and 18. Brings up 4th and 13 for the Pirates.
57 back here. All right.
So with the ball on the 20, facing 4th and 13, it's a third punt in as many possessions here for the Pirates. And we're not even quite halfway through this first quarter.
And they've punted from almost the exact spot on the field all 3 times.
This one's a good hike. This is a high, short punt that goes up and hits at the Greensburg 40 and rolls forward. And it'll get out to about the 46-yard line where it'll die, and it'll be in a net of 26-yard punt.
All right, so down 14-0 already. They're going to give Greenfield another pretty short field here to work with. They will start inside Greensburg territory. Doc, we have an officials timeout on the field. Could be a hydration timeout.
Well,
that's what it's going to be.
Then I'll go get me a drink, too.
They don't have TV timeouts.
Okay, very good. All right, it's, again, 14-0, the bad guys, Greenfield Central. We'll take a moment. We'll be back.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's used car superstore, Buy Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore.
And we're back with you coming out of a timeout on the field, 14-0 Greenfield Central. You know, Hamilton Tebby Law Office, they do they do RICO defense? I'm just asking questions.
It'd be a good business to be in right now.
It sure would. All right.
There's plenty of indictments out there off of those things. So
okay. So here we go. Greenfield Central. Another good field position as pass to the right side, way off the mark.
This quarterback has not looked good here so far. Last week he lit it up in the first quarter, but every one of his passes have been off. Well, he did hit one, but he had to go down low for it. But otherwise, they've not been really close to his target.
Yeah, as Lane Wade was his intended receiver, and he's his biggest receiver on the field, and it was way off of him. So 2nd and 10. Cougars are at the Pirates' 46-yard line with the second down. First quarter action, 14-0 Greenfield. Quarterback will keep. He'll find a hole up the right side, the A-gap, and get to the 40. Make it the 41-yard line. Picks up 5 yards on second down.
Got a nice stop there by Acton. Who ran that 4?
Yes.
What did he get, 5?
He got 5.
5. All right.
So Greenfield Central looking for 5 yards right here to keep the sticks going. Freeman, the junior quarterback, takes the hike, looks to the left, throws to the center of the field. It's caught. It's a first down, and it'll be down at about the 32-yard line.
Yep, hit the receiver that time, just right across the middle.
9-yard pass play for Greenfield Central. First down.
That is his first completion in 5 attempts. Good enough for a first down. New set of downs. Greenfield leads 14-0 here midway through the first quarter. A little more than midway through.
Freeman from the gun. Thought one of the receivers took off early. He's going to throw it down the center of the field, and nice play there by Miller to knock it away from the intended receiver. Jacob Hinton was the intended receiver for Greenfield, and I tell you what, Miller got up there and was Johnny on the spot defensively.
Yeah, Carson Miller went up with the opposite hand, knocked it away, and nothing doing there. Stops the clock. What do we have? 5:14 to play here first quarter. Again, if you're just joining us, a delayed start to the game due to heat.
And looks to the left, throws to the left. It's a catch and curls in for a first down and brought down inside the 20. Is Greenfield Central. They'll move the sticks once again. That was a nice little curl-in move by the Cougar receiver.
Yep, Boston Willard. What'd that go for, Doc?
See the ball's on the...
Looks like it's on the 17.
No. Yeah, it is. The 7. If it's on the 17. Well, here we go. Greenfield Central launches to the end zone, has a man open, and overthrew him. Boy, he was wide open. Could have stopped and smoked a cigarette. It was Lane Wade. He just off his fingertips, and that was a sure touchdown for Greenfield Central.
Yes, it was.
Let's see if we can catch where the ball is. It's the 17. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Would that last one go 15?
Had to go 15.
Okay.
And this is a quick pass.
Wow.
And tell you what, taking
Pressure
some
by
pressure.
the Pirates, yeah.
They pressured the quarterback right in the backfield quickly. He had to unload the ball, and it falls incomplete. Good defense there by Greensburg.
They have had a lot of pressure on the quarterback here early, so Coach Wes Anderson is going to be happy with his D-line here so far.
They're saying the ball's on the 18.
All right.
But, Gary, it's the 17 for sure. I can see it's right on the stripe.
Okay.
3rd down, Greenfield Central, 10 yards to go. They're on the Pirate 17-yard line. They've got a 14-0 lead over Greensburg. Freeman takes the hike. He went under center. A quick handoff straight up the middle and gets inside the 15 to about the 13, about a 4-yard pickup. And it'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 5, Gary. So the ball's right on the 12. They're saying the 13-yard line. So Greenfield Central, 4th down. They need 5 yards. It's a quick hitter right up the center.
Oh,
opens
my.
a pitch out to the right side.
And
he's going to walk in
Jeez.
and hold the ball out, kind of taunting the Pirates. Jacob Hinton is the senior, 6'4", 205. They list him. Got the ball on the pitch out and went straight up the center and held the ball out kind of in a taunting fashion. And
They were on the 13.
Yep, 13-yard
All
pitch,
right.
13-yard pitch play. So 3 touchdowns by 3 different Cougars.
Yeah, they've gone 14, 57, and 13 has been their scoring runs. And they lead right now 20-0 with point after on the way here.
Aaron Lee for his 3rd extra point attempt. This one, it's up, looks good. It is 21-0. Greenfield Central leading. The Pirates have not got untracked here yet. Here it's there 3:38 left here in the first quarter. Pirates are 3 TDs behind, and we'll take this short break. We'll be right back.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg.
And we return here, Gary. It's still first quarter. What's the status of this thing?
Well, 21-0 already here for Greenfield Central. Last week they scored 4 times in the first quarter. They're well on their way to trying to match that here tonight against the Pirates. 21-0, delayed start here. Pirates find themselves unable to move it right now. They have 2 yards of total offense here in 3 possessions. So you're not going to get a whole lot done with that.
Last week, Greenfield led Madison with 4 first quarter touchdowns.
You don't listen to a word I say, do you?
I don't. I just wait till it's my turn to talk. Kickoff for Greenfield. It will be caught at the 10-yard line. Return on for Greensburg. And he'll be corralled at the 20. Who was the returner, Gary?
I think it was Meadows, but let me see here. No, it's Acton that time.
All right. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. Pirates will set up shop 1st and 10, looking for their first down.
Well, and they're going to huddle on the sideline again. Let's see if they can get this play off without a delay of game. They're supposed to have started there. It started. Play clock is running now.
And the Pirates are still on the sideline with the huddle. They got to get going.
Down 21-0 here,
they're
still
walking.
first quarter.
They're just trotting out. Let's see if they get us off in time this time. 12 seconds left. Pirates still not in position. 8 seconds left. 6 seconds left.
Holy cow.
4, 3. They're not going to get it. Here we go.
And he had to call a timeout. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Coach Anderson is not a happy camper.
Yeah. He's on his players now for not being aware of the clock. Although he had them at the sideline for a while.
Yeah, 2 possessions in a row, the exact same thing.
But they just slowly strolled out there for their to get in position, and they weren't able to get it off in time. But Coach called a timeout to save it.
And I'm telling you what, he just did get the timeout called as well. And not happy about it. Well, I don't know whose fault that is, but got to get that fixed. All right, so Pirates trail 21-0. What is this, their fourth
possession?
Fourth possession coming up here. We're still in the first quarter. Late start today. It's 3:30 to play. Still got a lot of time in the first quarter.
Pirates have 3 possessions, 3 punts. Well, the first one, the punt never got off. It was a poor hike, and they had to take the loss of yards.
Yeah, low snap, and ended up losing 9 yards on it.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Pirates from their own 20.
Oh, no, that's a definite offside.
Yeah.
There we go. He anticipated the snap, and he was wrong.
Yep, the Greenfield Central defender was in the backfield before the ball was hiked.
It's too bad you can't do that. That would improve your defensive stats. But
it certainly would. So Pirates finally get 5 yards.
Yep, that's their biggest gain of the day. Well, they tie it. They had 5 yards once before. Planup completed his first pass of the ball game for 4, and he's gone 0 for 4 since.
So this will be
they did it again.
Wow.
What are they? They're anticipating something, and they're getting.
Maybe the Pirates, they must be doing altering their snap count to get them off sides, I guess.
And it's a first down. The first down here of the game for the Pirates via penalty. We'll take it any way we can get it. This is as far as they've advanced the ball, all the way out to the 30 now. I think it started on the 30, the very first possession.
Yep. So Pirates have the spread field with 3 to the left this time. 1 to the right. Bryson Planup takes the hike and keeps it himself and goes nowhere.
Yep. Not a good choice
In fact,
there.
he's lost a couple yards on the play.
For sure. Wow, about at least 3, right? All right, 21-0. They trail the Pirates here.
Settled down to be kind of a nice night now that the sun is down, Gary.
I'm baking still. I am just baking it. There is no air moving up here in the box today.
All right.
Oh, that does help a little.
A Planup from the shotgun, high snap, takes it, throws down center of the field. It is caught.
Meadows.
And it's Owen Meadows.
Going to be just shy of the first down, I believe.
Gets up to about the 39-yard line.
Oh, I think they're going to give him a really good spot. First down. So he gets
they're
10.
going to mark him. No, they're going to mark him just short, Gary.
Oh, the one across the field was already signaling.
So 3rd and 1 for Greensburg. That was what, a 12-yard pickup in the air?
Yep.
3rd and a yard. Pirates need a yard in the worst way here. Greenfield still wanting to jump the gun here.
About got it by penalty.
Calls for the ball. Pitch out to the left side. They're going to get a first down and more. Turning upfield at the 50. He's at the 40 before he's brought down. Great pickup. Best play for the Pirates offensively for the short evening here.
Yep, Acton on the carry. First down.
Acton got it out to the left side and had a burst of speed there, Gary Bailey.
He did. All the way out to the 39. Yep.
From the 39 to the 39, a 22-yard run for Caden Acton.
That's nice.
And Pirates are now in Greenfield Central territory for the first time. Acton gave him a little opening. He had a burst of speed. And here we go. They'll hand off and immediately tackle. Greenfield Central is just packing the box, Gary.
Yeah, they were on Acton almost within one step after he got the football.
This is going to be a 5-yard loss. 2nd and 15.
Yeah,
Boy, Acton he had no chance. Got the ball, and he had 3 defenders right on top of him.
No chance whatsoever.
So the Pirates stack 2 receivers to each side, one behind the other. Takes the snap, looks to the left, throws to the left, caught, and brought down.
Oh, that's a face
40.
mask.
Yeah, it should be a face mask. And the official was right there and didn't see it. No, he does have a flag, doesn't
flags
he?
down, yep.
All right, and that was
Owen Meadows.
Owen Meadows on the catch. Just inside the 40 to about the 38, and then they should mark off some penalty yardage from there. So that's a 6 yards on the pass, and let's see what we get on the penalty here.
I think it's going to be a big one. I think it's a 15-yarder.
Yeah, because he pulled on the helmet.
Yep, 15-yard face mask penalty.
So 6 yards by the pass, 15 yards by the penalty. The Pirates are looking at a first down now.
Wow, all the way down
to the 24.
Yes, indeed. And what do we got? 1:20 to play here in the first quarter. We got a timeout by somebody, Doc? Or?
Yeah,
must have.
Both teams are on the sideline.
I don't know if it's a hydration timeout or someone called it.
It must be. They're taking time. We'll take 30 seconds ourselves. Pirates on the move. We'll be back.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
And we return here. Gary, Pirates are just trying to get things in gear, and they've started to put together a little bit of a drive here.
Yeah, got a nice drive going here, all the way down inside the 25-yard line. I'll thought about pitching it. He kept it. Maybe gets a yard. I don't think he did.
I think he's a no-gainer.
That drone, look at it, right between the uprights.
It is,
Man, it is steady as can be. But you made a point last week. What happens when they get a really blustery day out here? We're going to have to ask the coach about that.
So no gain on that run. Brings up 2nd and 10 for Greensburg.
What kind of weather can that withstand? Boy, it's sure steady right now, though.
It is.
Looks like it's tethered between the uprights. All right.
Pirates from the 24.
2nd and 10. Trail 21-0.
2 receivers each side of Planup. Calls for the ball. Takes the hike. Looks, throws down the center, and his defender was pretty close to being early, wasn't he?
Very close. McKenzie, the intended receiver. So it'll bring up 3rd and 10. We're still in the first quarter. 32 seconds to play. Clock stops on that incomplete pass.
Was that McKenzie or Loudon, 23 or 22?
Oh, I thought it was McKenzie. But
you might be right. At any rate,
it's so
incomplete.
hard to see these numbers. Can't stress that enough.
Pirates looking for 10 yards right here. They're at the Greenfield Central 24. They're coming after the quarterback. Finds a hole on the left side, breaks free, gets to the 21. Greenfield Central really aggressive defensively.
Boy, they are. Going to be a short gainer.
Finds 3 yards. Just going to bring up 4th and about 7. Pirates on the 21.
I don't know, Doc. Do you try to put 3 on the board, or do you try to go for it here?
Well, it looks like there's a timeout on the field. I guess they'll talk about just that. That's the end of the
the
quarter. End of the quarter. Greenfield Central 21. Pirates facing a 4th and 7 at the 21-yard line. They've got a goose egg on the board. They're going to try to eliminate that. We'll be back.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers, or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4-ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
And we're back with you, Gary. We just had an award. What was that all about?
I think it was Sue Offenberg, Educator of the Year. She retired at the end of last year, and given her, I think she had 44 years of service.
You retired last year.
I did, semi-retired.
Did you get an award?
Yeah, I got a new job.
Okay. All right. I'm just asking questions. All right, so here we go. 4th and 7, Greensburg from the 21. It's a handoff straight up the middle. It won't be enough. He charges forward.
Yeah, he tried.
Gets about to the 19.
I think it was
Needed 7, got about 2, maybe 3 on the play. Let's call it a 3-yard pickup. But that's going to be a turnover on downs for the Pirates.
What did he get on it, Doc?
He got 3.
3, thank you.
But nonetheless, a turnover on downs. Pirates have 4 possessions. They muffed a punt, punted twice, and now turned it over on downs. It's a 21-0 Greenfield Central lead. And Greenfield Central will take this ball over on the, what about the 18? Let's call it the 19-yard line.
Went to the big tight end that time. Waddell, is that his name? Waddle. Complete.
Gets about 7, almost 8 yards. Let's call it 7.
Going back to him again. Oh, he fumbled.
Pirates.
I think the Pirates have it, Doc.
Let's find out. There's no indication yet who has it. If Greenfield Central recovers, they just do have a first down. There's nobody indicating who's got the ball. The officials around trying to sort this out.
Well, he was really slow to react. The official was right there. He could have gotten in better position. Greensburg ball.
Pirates. So Pirates will have a good field position to start this drive after the turnover by Greenfield Central. This coming early in the second quarter with the Pirates trailing 21-0.
Yeah, they needed that.
They'll start this drive from the 30. From the Greenfield Central 30. Let's see what we can take advantage of this opportunity. Ball's on the left hash mark of the 30-yard line.
Greensburg in that huddle again. Play clock running.
Boy, they're slow to get out, aren't they?
They are.
They should make it this time. They still got players starting to hustle. 10 seconds left, still not in position. 8 seconds left, still not in position. And now they are with 5 seconds left. And the man in motion left to right. Can they get it off? Can they get it off?
Wow, just did.
And the quarterback throws to the left side. It was just a low throw. Would have been about a 6-yard pickup, but it was low at his ankles and falls incomplete.
So that stops the clock. Just underway here, second quarter. Pirates trail 21-0.
I'll have you at the end of the game ask the coach about why the players are so slow getting out for plays, Gary.
I will do it.
Still from the 30-yard line. This time second down for Greensburg. Early second quarter action. We've got a second quarter sponsor, Gary. You didn't even ask me.
I haven't. We're just underway.
I'll give you a clue. They're the quality care you want close by.
All right.
And here's the quarterback for Greensburg taking some heat, steps forward, evades some tacklers, throws it downfield.
Oh, an interception. Pirates give it right back.
He was under some heat.
That was not good there.
So one turnover deserves another. Pirates in 2 plays turned it over after turning over Greenfield Central.
Yeah, Planet made some nice moves to get himself clear and then threw an ill-advised pass at the end right into the hands of Kurt Kinnett, who's a good receiver. Turned into a defender there. He's going, I thought he said nobody be playing both ways for them. But anywho, it'll go back to Greenfield. They lead 21-0, just underway, second quarter action.
Some platinum sponsors tonight: Gillenthal Funeral Home, Acre Automotive Group, Byright Auto, Decatur County Recycling, and Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. All our platinum sponsors tonight. Thanks for their sponsorship. This is a pitch out to the left side. Greenfield Central has some running room and a nice bring down, but not before they pick up some decent yardage, about the 29.
Aiden Lang on the stop. But it is a nice first down run.
Get 7 yards on first down. Get the ball out to the 29, won't they?
Looks like it, yep.
And here's Greenfield Central quarterback looking, throwing to the left side. It's caught.
Fumble.
And the ball comes loose.
Pirates have it.
Pirates may have it.
They have it for
receiver
sure.
caught it, and then it came loose. Oh, they're going to say
no.
Greenfield Central has it.
What?
Kinnett caught the ball, and it was hit. The ball popped up and hit the turf, but the Cougars must have covered it.
First down. Thought the Pirates had that for sure. He's out to the 40, Doc, 11.
That's an 11-yard pass play. Well, here we go. Greenfield Central looks to the right side.
Oh, big
batted
block
down.
there by Caden Acton.
Playing himself some defense.
Got himself up in the air to knock down that pass, 2nd and 10.
We got trio sponsors tonight, Gary. I'm not sure what a trio sponsor is, but Walters Tire and Hamilton Tebby Law Office are all trio sponsors.
Okay. And this quarter sponsor is the Decatur County Memorial Hospital. They're bringing a Pirate off the field. He must have some blood on him. Elliot Weber forced to go to the sideline.
This is the Decatur County Memorial Hospital first quarter. Gary, how many times did we mention the H&R Block first quarter?
I don't know. How many?
Well, 1 now.
We catch up eventually.
That's right. This will be a run straight ahead and gets up to about the 44-yard line. Good, strong, just a bully play right up the center.
Yeah, Beneventi was the runner.
He's a big boy.
That he is. What do you get there?
190. Let's see. They're going to mark him.
Like 45, almost.
See, at the 44, and he was at the 40, so a 4-yard pickup. 3rd and 6 this time from the 44. And a pass down the center of the field has a man open. It's caught. Can he find the end zone? Yes, he can.
He will.
He'll go all the way to the – it's Kurt Kinnett, senior, catches it in the middle of the field and just sprints his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Greenfield Central, their 4th of this first half.
Yep, just like that. Into the end zone again.
56-yard pass play.
That one a 56-yarder to Kinnett. And Greenfield now leads 27-0, pending the point after here.
So touchdown, Greenfield Central.
So the quarterback, Freeman, a tough first quarter, but boy, he's picked it up here in the second quarter. We'll go over that. Well, he's 4 for 5 and about 82 yards already here in the second quarter.
See, 9-0. 21. There's 4 touchdowns, 4 different players for Greenfield Central. So here's your point after. This one's up. He's getting good practice in on those points after, and it's 28-0. The bad guys beating Greenfield Central. We're leading the Pirates here. 9:31 left here in the second quarter. We'll be back right after this.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
And back with you, 5 plays, 77 yards is the Greenfield Central touchdown. The final 56, a pass play to big number 7, Kurt Kinnett. Having a good first 2 games of the year anyway. 28-0 Greenfield Central. 9:31 left on the clock here in the second quarter. Pirates on their last couple possessions got fairly deep in Greenfield Central territory, turned it over on downs, and the second time threw an interception. So,
all right, finally get a whistle there to start resume play, I should say. Not start play, but resume play.
Looks like the sun's gone down below the horizon.
Thank goodness.
Here's our strategy to wear out the kicker. Kicker, nice kickoff, and it'll be fielded at the 1-yard line, and here we go. Return is on for Greensburg up the center of the field, past the 20, to about the 23-yard line before he's brought down. Who's our return man?
I think it was Meadows. Yep, Owen Meadows again. So another ball that would have been in the end zone out to the 20, but he does make good on it, about to the 21.
23.
Yeah, out to the 23. That's a good spot, I think. See, now they're moving it. Okay.
Cheer block sponsors here tonight. Morning Breeze Retirement and Healthcare Facility. Tree City Needful Things welcoming new vendors. Sponsor Russ Hubler Ford, Levinstein's Abbey Carpet, Fleetwood Chevrolet, and Fry's A&W. There are cheer block sponsors tonight.
All right. And the cheer block, it's a big one.
It is. Good looking cheer block too.
A lot of students in the cheer block. That's good to see.
So Pirates will start this drive from their own 23-yard line. They'll spread the field, plant up with the ball.
Oh, my, big
and they
cutback.
give it to Cruz. Is that Cruz coming to the right side? And he'll get his way up to the 29-yard line. They went to the left, and a misdirection. Cruz came back to the right, and he gets about 6 yards on that play. We'll call it 6.
Yeah, nice cutback right when he got him. And as you said, Greenfield really pursuing the ball on defense, and they were all moving to the right, and he was cutting back to the left before they could adjust.
Still a 4-touchdown lead here by Greenfield Central. Plant it from the shotgun. Again, spread field with 3 on the left side, 1 to the right. They throw to the right. It might have been hit at the line of scrimmage, and it was.
It was tipped by Jacob Hinton at the line.
So Pirates will be looking for 4 yards right here. That stops the clock with 8:34 to play in the second quarter.
Now the Pirates last week trailed 26-0 at halftime, and they're looking at a bigger deficit this time if they don't get down the field here shortly.
So here we go. Pirates looking for 4 yards here on third down, and here's the flags come out, and it'll be a procedure call against Greensburg. So instead of looking for 4, they'll be looking for 9 yards now.
That's just what they needed here. All right, quiet crowd here. Again, as Pirates trail 28-0, that kind of takes your home crowd out of it usually.
That she will. So Pirates not had any big long plays here. Or not many, I should say. Going to need one here. They're looking for 9 yards to keep the possession of the football. They're at Greenfield Central's 24-yard line. Here's your third down play. A quarterback steps forward in the pocket, brought down. He'll end up with a 1-yard gain. He needed 9, and he got 1.
Well, so the Pirates, deep in their own territory, will be forced to punt it away, trailing 28-0 already.
Well, just like the coach said in the pregame interview, they like to come after you defensively.
And they are.
So Pirates to punt once more. (28-0) Greenfield Central. It's a low snap. He has to go down for it and has to cover it.
Boy.
It's the second punt that's where the snap is muffed here.
That
was Jacoby Miller from the 12, and he just had to cover it.
Yeah, that's all he could do. The snap was down at his feet. Had to go down and get it, and wow. Give Greenfield Central. Easy territory here. They're going to get the ball at about the 13 and make it the 12. All right, very short field this time, already leading 28-0.
So here's Cougars from first down. The quarterback throws to the center. It is caught. It is a touchdown.
Yep, the big tight end going to Georgia Tech.
Lane Waddle, 6'5 senior, 240. Caught that ball and found the end zone easily. And it's getting to be a romp here so far, Gary.
Yep, and again, 5 touchdowns by 5 different people. That's a deep field right there, Doc.
Yeah.
Doing it in all sorts of different ways.
So point after. This comes with 7:09 to play in the second quarter. Boy, we're not even halfway through the second quarter, Gary. And once again, Aaron Lee with the point after. It is
no good.
Blocked.
Wow. That took some heads off.
It did. So, nonetheless, the scoreboard says Greenfield Central 34, Greensburg yet to score. Goose egg on the board, 7:09 to play in the second. We'll be back.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
And we're back, Gary. You tell everybody.
Well, it's not pretty. 34-0. Should be 35-0. Let's be honest. They missed a point after just now. Did Greenfield Central. 34-0. 7:09 to play here in the first half. You know, we would have gone to the running clock had he hit that, Doc.
Well, it has to be second half, though.
Does it have to be?
Yeah.
That's a dumb rule.
Okay.
Another dumb football rule.
Okay.
All right, so Greenfield will kick yet again. Back deep. I assume it's Owen Meadows and Acton, but can't see the numbers, so I don't know.
So the Greenfield kicker on the approach gets his foot into it. A nice high long kick that will go back and be fielded right at the 1-yard line. And the return is on for Greensburg, center of the field, and gets just past the 20 to about the 21.
Yep, deja vu all over again. It's about 3 times. He's returned it right about the 21, 22, right in there.
Yep, and Cougars have good coverage on those kickoffs.
Well, we'll see what the Pirate can do. They're going to huddle on the sideline again. Let's start the play clock and see if we can't get it in. He just did. He blew it started here.
Pirates still in the huddle as the play clock is beginning to run. Oh, here we go again. 17 seconds, they're still in the huddle. They break huddle with 14 seconds left. 12 seconds left, still not in position. 8 seconds left, still not in position. 6, 5, still not in position. 4, 3, 2, and they barely got it off. Pitch out to the right side and swallowed immediately. The running back had no choice. Was that Cruz or Caden Acton?
It's Acton.
Acton. Got the pitch out quickly from the right side, and he's smothered at the 15. That's a 6-yard loss on first down.
And again, I mean, the second he got the ball, he's hit by a defender.
That's worse than a 5-yard penalty because you lose the down.
That's right. Clock running, 6 minutes to play here, second quarter. It was a delayed start if you're just joining us due to the excessive heat on the field. Oppressive it was, Doc.
Second down for the Pirates. Quarterback throws. It's incomplete. Intended over here for
Hunter
Springmeyer on the right side and just a little bit high.
So 3rd and long in your own territory, deep, trailing 34-0. Doc, what's the play here you run?
Screen pass.
Quick kick?
Yeah, quick kick like Lee Corso used to do.
Yeah. You don't want to get too cute here and turn it over.
So Acton from the shotgun. He's got 4 receivers on the left side, 1 to the right. Looks flushed out of the pocket. Lumps over one of his men, throws it downfield, and it's intercepted.
Another ill-advised pass.
And it's inside
Connect.
the 30 intercepted. You're right, it is Connect.
Same player that intercepted it on the last set of downs. So the Pirates turn it over, trailing 34-0, and another very short field, 29-yard line here is where Greenfield Central will start.
All right, Gary, you'll be interviewing the coach after the game.
Okay. Let's start pooling our questions. All right, what do you do here? You're down 34-0, 5:03 to play in the quarter.
They'll run straight up the middle and brought down.
Cruz brought him down.
About
Good tackle, really.
3-yard pickup for the Cougars.
He was all by himself on it.
Kind of got up high on him, but still got him down to the turf. Greenfield Central now working from the 26 of the Pirates. 4:42 to play in the second quarter, sponsored by the Decatur County Memorial Hospital. Quarterback pitches to the right side, and he'll have a first down and then some. Finally cut down inside the 20. Nice run there by Greenfield Central's number 4. That's Braden Benavente.
Owen Meadows on the stop. It'll be a first down. He's down to what, Doc?
The 17.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was a 9-yard pickup on the ground. First down from the 17. In the red zone is Greenfield Central. And quarterback fakes a handoff, keeps it himself, dives inside the 10, and gets to about the 8-yard line.
I think Austin Cruz on the stop there.
Boy, it's close to a first down, and it is a first down. They're going to give him the sticks.
Gets his first run, good enough for a first down. And
so they're at the 7, I guess, this time.
Yes, sir.
First and goal, 7-yard line. And here it is. They'll go straight in, and Freeman takes it himself, and it's a touchdown. Goes to the right side.
So that's the 6th Greenfield Central touchdown, all by different people.
That one being number 15 junior quarterback Freeman. Is coming with 3:27 to play in the second quarter. Extra point coming up. And this is the number 4 ranked team in 4A. And
I thought you said 10.
That's what I meant. Number 10 ranked team in 4A. And this extra point is up. This one's good. 41-zip Greenfield Central leading our Pirates. They're kind of making a laughter out of this one so far. We'll step away here for a moment. We got 3.5 minutes to play in the half. We'll be back.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy-Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's used car superstore, Buy-Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
And we're back with you here, Gary. Greenfield Central, 7 possessions in the half, 6 touchdowns. And
by 6 different people.
By 6 different people.
Getting it done in multiple ways. So unless things change, Doc, it doesn't matter at all, does it? We're going to start the second half with a running clock.
The only play they didn't score, and they had fumbled to the Pirates, and the Pirates 2 plays later threw an interception. So it's been that kind of first half for the Greensburg Pirates. It's a warm night here at Shriver Field.
That it is.
Sun is setting.
That it is.
It's telling me it's 83 degrees.
I don't believe it.
Probably hotter on the field.
But it feels like, let's see what it says here. It feels like what mine says.
Is my fan blowing too hard on you, Gary?
Not at all, no.
Okay, just checking.
Feels like 91, it says.
Kickoff fielded by the Pirates. Hits the turf at the 15, scooped up. Pirates on the return in the center of the field. Can he go? He's going. He's at the 50, 45, 40, and finally brought down at the 30. A big return for the Greensburg Pirates. Who is our return man?
Well, I thought it said 28, but we don't have a 28 on the roster. Do you see who it is? It is, oh, it's Acton.
Caden Acton.
Yeah, Caden Acton. I don't know where I got 28, but that's how hard it is.
33, 28, they kind of look alike.
That's how hard it is to read these numbers.
We do have hard numbers to see. Black on dark blue. So Pirates will start this at the 29-yard line. Got plenty of time, 3:15 to go. Time not a factor for this drive.
So that did give the crowd something. And here we go, Doc. We're down to 15 on the play clock already. They still have not broken the huddle. They're going to have to call timeout.
12 seconds, 11 seconds. I don't know if they can get it. They're just now coming to the ball, 7 seconds. They're not going to get this. 4, 3, 2, 1. And they boy, they just did again. Handoff straight up the middle.
Boy, they're flirting.
Got a couple yards there on first down.
Who was it? I think it was Acton. Yep.
2-yard pickup for Caden Acton.
No, I said Rankin.
Braden Rankin.
Yeah. 32, 2, 17, 2. All right. 2nd
and 8, Greensburg. And here we go, quarterback, a plan up, rolling to the right, throwing to the right, and it was tipped by two different
tipped at
defenders.
The line and then tipped at the point of contact, or at the receiver level there.
It was intended for Cruz, who was out near the right sideline, but he didn't have a chance at it. It was tipped twice. Incomplete pass. Stops the clock with 2:36 to play in the half.
And a long 3rd down for the Pirates.
John Dooley, Gary Bailey on the call tonight. Morgan Schofield running all these pictures for you. All these fancy tech with all these colorful lights. I don't know what they do, but they look pretty, don't they?
They do look pretty. Pastels. All right.
And Greensburg quarterback throws to the left.
Again.
It was tipped again. Yeah, it was intended to receiver on the left side, but tipped at the line of scrimmage, popped up, and lucky we didn't get that intercepted.
Yeah, you know your offensive line isn't getting it done when they just keep tipping these passes. All right, Pirates going to go for it.
They're on the 27, so may as well.
Yeah, they trail 41-0 here, coming up on the end of the first half. 2.5 minutes to play.
They need 8 yards right here. All right, 4 to the right side, 1 to the left side. In the empty backfield here for a plan-up, takes the hike, looks, he'll step forward in the pocket, goes to the left, and he's swallowed up for a loss.
Yep.
They'll turn it over on downs. He'll be stopped. Let's call it at the 31, so a 4-yard loss for a plan-up on that play.
All right, so with that, turning over it on downs, Pirates trail 41-0, 2:25 to play here, first half action.
Decatur County Memorial Hospital, second quarter. The ball is at the 27. And they'll try the left side, drug down by the shirt tail. Nice play there.
That's Rankin.
Braden Rankin got a hold of the Greenfield Central running back.
Benavente.
It was Benavente. He's a big boy.
What'd he
Stopped
get?
him
Nothing.
for no gain.
All right.
The ball at the 31. Man goes in motion. They'll give this to the back. He'll go straight ahead. Benavente straight ahead and gets a first down.
Stopped by Owen Meadows deep in the backfield, however, it'll be a first down.
Gets 13 yards on that play. Finds his way up to the 44-yard line on a straight-ahead burst.
1:42 to play. They're going without a huddle. Straight up the middle, Benavente. Not much this time.
He'll get about 2 yards on that carry.
Rankin on the stop for the Pirates.
1:22 clock running here in the first quarter. It's a big Greenfield Central lead, 41-0. And Greenfield Central with the ball. They'll go straight up the middle again. I think that's Benavente. Nope.
Yep, yeah, it is.
Goes to the right side. They still have a man.
Oh, no, it didn't. Wow. Number 9 that time.
That was a deceptive play. It deceived me.
I was fooled. That's Boston Willard. And the big first down.
They haven't placed the ball yet. They'll place it at the 38-yard line. So that's 12 plus 4. That was a 16-yard play. And here Greenfield Central again with the ball. They'll run up the right side, and they'll get about 6 yards there on that first down carry. Less than a minute to go here in the first half, 41-0 Greenfield Central. We'll give them 4 yards on the carry. 2nd and 6. Ball at the 34 now. And running just to the left A gap, getting up to about the 32-yard line. So a 2-yard pickup for the Cougars. Bring up 3rd and 4.
So 20 seconds to play. They wouldn't have to run a play if they don't want to. Looks like they want to.
12 seconds left. 10 seconds left. Let's see if they're going to run one more. And what is there, a timeout on the field? Who's calling the timeout?
It is timeout Greenfield.
All right, 6 seconds left with the timeout. Since there's only 6 seconds left, we'll stay with you on this one before we go to the halftime break. It is 41-0 Greenfield Central. They've driven the ball down to the 32-yard line. And I think the only reason they call a timeout is maybe to try an extra point, or a field goal, excuse me. Well, that would be a long one from there. It could be almost a 49-yard field goal if they tried it from there.
Looks like we got maybe a Rush County, Fayette, or I don't know who this score is. Oh, it's a North Decatur score. 14-14. They're in the third quarter with 11 minutes to play.
All right.
So thank you for that.
Third, no, they are going to try a field goal, and this will be a 48-yard field goal attempt for Greenfield Central. Gary, you said you saw some pop from him in warm-ups.
I did.
48-yard attempt, this one up, and
that's going to be just short, I believe.
It is short.
Just barely, though. And with that, you hear the buzzer. That's going to wrap up the first half. Not a good one for the Pirates as they trail 41-0.
All right, we'll leave it like that. Greenfield Central laying waste to the Pirates here with 6 touchdowns in this first half. We'll be back right after this.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4-ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Gauck with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's used car superstore, Buy Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Make this the summer event.
There you go. We got it all together now, don't we? All right, it's halftime here. Stone's Farm Service halftime here at Greensburg Community High School, Shriver Field. And things not working out too well for Greensburg in the first half. 3 touchdowns in the first quarter, 3 touchdowns in the second quarter for the Greenfield Central Cougars. They scored 6 touchdowns in 7 possessions. The only time they didn't score, they did lose a fumble there early in the second quarter. Otherwise, touchdown every time they had the football. Gary, not so much for the Pirates.
Not so much. No, they're struggling, you might say, on offense, as the stats will show here when we go over them.
All right, well, Gary Bailey, you got the stats. You're our master statistician, graduate of the Michigan Institute of Football Statisticians, of licensed football statisticians. Tell us what happened here.
Well, where do I start? We'll start with a big number. 41-0 is the halftime score, and advantage to Greenfield Central. We'll start with some team stats here. Total yards in the first half for the Pirates, 35 yards. They did that with 31 plays. Doc, that's 1.1 yard per play. Greenfield Central has 295 yards of offense here in the first half. They did that on 34 plays for 8.7 per. First downs, Greenfield with 14, the Pirates with 3, and the Pirates didn't get any in the second quarter, and 2 of their 3 came on Greenfield Central penalties. So just not much coming easy for the offense. Penalty yards, Pirates have only been penalized 2 times for 10 yards. 3 times for Greenfield Central for a total of 25 yards. Those are the team stats. We'll go now into some of the individual stats. We'll start with the Greenfield Central Cougars here. Their quarterback, Dallas Freeman, he threw it 15 times in the first half. He completed 7 of those, 7 out of 15 for 114 yards and 2 touchdowns. On the ground, pretty adept as well. Number 4, Braylon Benavente, he's carried the ball 12 times for 60 yards. Boston Willard, 2 carries for 30 yards. Cooper Hinton, 1 carry for 57 yards. And the quarterback Freeman, 2 carries for 17 yards. Scoring for Greenfield Central, Cooper Hinton, he had a 57-yard run for his score. Kirk Connett went 56 yards for his score off of a reception. Boston Willard went 14 yards. That was a run. Dallas Freeman went 7 yards on a run. Jacob Hinton went 13 yards, also on a run, and Lane Waddle went 12 yards with a reception. So those are the Greenfield scoring. Greensburg stats individual, not much to tout about here. Bryson Alplanup, he's carried the ball 8 times. He has -3 yards. Miles McKenzie, he's carried it 1, also for -3 yards. The big guy, Caden Acton, he's carried the ball 5 times. He has 11 yards. Braden Rankin carried it 1 time for 2 yards, and Austin Cruz 1 carry for 6 yards. So there you have it. Oh, I didn't give Bryson's individual stats. He is 3 out of 15 for 22 yards and 2 interceptions here in the first half. So there you have it, Doc. 41-0. Stats don't lie. Greenfield controlling this game, not only on the scoreboard, but in the stat column.
All right, and when we go to the second half, what's going to happen to the clock?
It will be a running clock for the entirety of the second half, Doc.
Yep, rule is 35-point lead or more in the second half. It goes to running clock, regardless of what happens to that time forward. So,
and the Pirates will kick it off to start this second half. We got the band, the Greensburg-Decatur County Band, a conglomerate, if you will, of all 3 schools here in the county.
And they're performing here at halftime. Stone's Farm Services, our halftime sponsor here tonight. And we'll kind of look ahead if we can. You know, next week, Greensburg will be on the road for the first time. We'll be at Connorsville next week. Greenfield Central, they'll be on the road at Mount Vernon Fortville, or they'll host Mount Vernon Fortville for their first home game. And
That's probably a rivalry, don't you think?
Oh, I'm sure it's a conference ball game for them.
And they're only about 10 miles apart from one another.
Monroe Central will be at North Decatur. Edinburgh will be at South Decatur next week. So all 3 teams, Greensburg, North Decatur, South Decatur, on the road next week, Gary.
Good. We get to go on the road.
Deal. All right.
Actually, where are we at, Connorsville?
Connorsville next week.
That is an air-conditioned press box.
You know what it is, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I look forward to being there.
You know, the high Sunday, the high is only 80.
Well, you know,
so
I think
things do cool off next week.
I think next Friday morning it's supposed to be like 48 degrees.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What morning?
Friday morning. Thursday night, Friday morning.
Wow.
So get a little fall weather for the weekend.
Well, nice evening. A little bit toasty, a little bit warm. Morgan's over here fanning herself with a cardboard drink holder. And we're just enjoying a little bit of high school football here tonight.
High school football in the heat.
In the heat. Nice field, though. I tell you what, I can't get over it. I can't tell you how much easier it is to call the spots and where the ball is on the field with a well-marked field like this as opposed to some other games we've done. So
now, if they just had numbers we could read, it would be perfect, wouldn't it?
Oh, the players, yeah.
Yes.
It is tough. Now, Greensburg has kind of black outlined players on a dark blue uniform, so the contrast is poor. And we're getting old, our eyesight's failing anyway,
that's
so
right.
that's the way it goes. All right.
Doing our best.
Doing what we can. Well, let's tell you what we'll do is 6 minutes left here at halftime. We'll step away and let some of the sponsors have at it. We'll come back and we'll start the second half. It will be under a running clock, so stay with us. We'll be back.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Gauck with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
I guess we're back, Gary Bailey.
All right,
she punched the button. That means we got to start talking. So
I got a score for you here, Doc. At the end of the third quarter, it's Eastern Hancock 22, North Decatur 14.
All right.
So North Decatur hasn't trailed much in the last 2 years. They find themselves in kind of unfamiliar territory there.
All right. In fact, they finished, what were they, 14-1 last year?
That sounds about right.
Yep, they're ranked number 4 in the state. So
it had about, let's see, of the 15 games, what they have, about 9 shutouts?
Something like that. Pirates are being shut out so far here after one half of play. It's 41-0 at halftime. We're at Shriver Field, and we're trying to keep it entertaining for you. But
what do you do?
What are you going to do?
What you going to do? It is early. On the road next week, Connorsville, a conference opponent.
Yep. This year, Greensburg is still in the EIC. They broke it up into two divisions, 4-team divisions, and we're in the smaller school division. And next year, well, I guess we're to be in the bigger school division. So
that's what the word is.
All right. Gary on the edges of his seat is enthralled here.
Sorry about that.
Okay. We do have a score. Gary, give him the score here.
Eastern Hancock 22, North 14 at the end of 3. That's the only score I have.
Yep. So Greenfield Central, Gary, they're coming out of the locker room and strutting back on the field. And why not? They're in big command of this game. And they can do no wrong in the first half. And there's a minute and a half left. We're going to put the 3-minute clock back on.
Oh, who knows?
I think that's the way it's going to work out. So, well, I will go over a few things if you weren't with us here at the beginning of the game. In the 6 divisions in high school football, Ben Davis holds the number 1 spot in 6A, Cathedral right behind them at number 2, Gary. And then in 5A, the number 1 team is Fort Wayne Snyder in both the Associated Press and the coaches' polls. And we'll go to 4A, East Central, number 1 in both AP and coaches' poll.
And they have Harrison of Ohio tonight, a big rival for them.
Yep. And also in the 4A, New Pal is 5th, 6th, and 5th in the AP and coaches, respectively. Greenfield Central 10th. So there you go for that. 3A, that's where the Pirates reside. Not mentioned here in the polls, however, Gary. Lawrenceburg is.
Must be an oversight.
It must be. Lawrenceburg is ranked 5th in the AP and 3rd in the coaches. That after getting manhandled by East Central last week, 42-7.
And where are they tonight? Lawrenceburg.
Lawrenceburg?
They're at Taylor of Ohio.
Yeah, they're at Taylor here tonight.
Yeah.
So
okay.
That's the 3A division. 2A division, Evansville Mater Dei holds the number 1 spot in both polls. Triton Central, just up the road here, is number 2 in both polls. Brownstown Central is 7th and 8th, respectively, in the 2A. And as we mentioned, the number 1 team in single A is Indianapolis Lutheran. North Decatur holds down the number 4 spot, but they're entering the fourth quarter a touchdown down to Eastern Hancock on the road. So we'll see how that turns out. We'll see how that goes. No drama here tonight, though, Gary.
Very little, very little. 41-0 is your halftime score in favor of the Greenfield Central Cougars. GCHS will win this game tonight. Remains to be seen which GCHS, and I'm not calling it yet, Doc.
You're not calling it?
I'm not calling it yet.
Okay. Morgan's over here giving you the look. Yeah. So you're going to be with me all year except for
the 15th of
the
September.
15th, and that's when we're home against South Dearborn. Josh Lee will fill in for you. He does a good job.
Oh, he has committed?
Yep.
Good for
he
him.
texted me back.
Yep.
He said, "You can count on me. I'll never let you down." That's exactly what he said.
And
It's
Morgan will be gone that day, or that one and the next one.
Yep.
Goodness, what are we going to do? You're gonna have to learn to connect the wires. We have been getting tutored.
Yep, she's been teaching us, looking at us like, surely you can get this right. But
yes, we can, and don't call me Shirley.
Okay.
How much time's on that clock, Doc? I can't see it.
2:20.
All
2:20
right.
left on the clock. And if Morgan gets back here, I'll have her punch the button one more time. We'll take another short break. This is the Stones Farm Service halftime show. And Gary, give him the score.
41-0. The Pirates are behind in this ball game. It'll be a running clock. Maybe we can make up that half hour that we started late.
I think we can. I think we can do that.
We'll find out.
All right. Morgan just took off. No, she's right there. Morgan, we're going to take a minute and a half break and come back. All right. Don't go away. Pirates trail 41 points.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Gauck with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
All right, this will be the close of the Stones Farm Service halftime show. And it's a 41-0 Greenfield Central lead. Teams are back on the field for the kickoff. Running clock. Gary, it runs except for, I think, timeouts and
injuries,
and I think extra. Do they stop on extra points? It may.
I think it does. So Jacoby Miller will be the kicker here for the Pirates. Be the first time they've kicked tonight. He should be fresh.
Jacoby's put the ball right in the center of the 40. He's on the approach. Here we go. Pops his foot into it. It comes down and will be fielded by Greenfield inside the 20. And the return is on straight up the middle of the field. He's got blockers. Finds a space on the left side.
Wow, he's quick. Holy
he's
moly.
He's going to go all the way.
He is
at the 20,
fast.
At the 10. And touchdown.
Wow.
That's number 7. That's Kurt Canet, and he's having himself a football game.
Man, he is fast. Just like that, the 41-0 score will go to 48-0 or 47-0, pending the point after here.
Well,
not the start the Pirates were looking for there. Where is it, Doc?
No.
Well, that's the first time someone other than someone new has scored. That's his second score of the night.
So Greenfield Central will line up for the point after. We've got the shift to the left, that old Michigan shift. They'll come over and come to the center and do it right.
Guess that's appropriate. They kind of have the Michigan helmet almost.
Almost, yeah. So point after attempt by the Cougars. This one's up, And it crawls over the
No good.
crossbar.
No
It's
good.
no good.
No good. Wide
So the
right.
second missed point after. Nonetheless, 47-0. Greenfield Central leads. Here we're going to take a short break. We'll come back to the kickoff. Pirates will have the ball when we come back.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
All right, well, when we thought things wouldn't get a whole lot worse, Greenfield Central returns the opening kickoff for the second half.
Yeah,
takes it to the house.
If you were with us in the coach's pregame, he talked about Connect being a 5-time state track finalist in different events, and one of them was a relay. And boy, he took the baton, if you will, being the football this time, and treated it like it was a race, and he just outran everybody.
Kind of followed a blocker for the first 10, 15 yards and then found a seam and took off.
He was gone with the wind.
You should make a movie like that.
Be a good title for a movie, wouldn't it?
So Greenfield Central will kick off to the Pirates. And we are under running clock, and the kickoff is up, and it will be caught at about the 7-yard line. That's Caden Acton, I believe, with the ball.
It is.
Runs into his own fella.
Knocks him on his keister.
Does spin around and get up to about the 26.
Get out of my way if you're not going to block, huh? He just ran over his own blocker there.
So Pirates will have their first possession of this half. I'm going to put it right square on the 25, it looks like. Still haven't put the ball down yet.
That's where it's going, Doc.
Yep, 25-yard line. Pirates, no way they can win this ball game. It's a running clock, and they're just trying to find some positives here. Get a few first downs, maybe a few scores. That's all you can ask for at this point, Gary.
Well, here's a positive. They're breaking huddle with still 22 seconds on the game clock, or
nice.
The play clock.
They'll put their 3 receivers on the left side, single receiver on the right. A plan up the quarterback. Cruz, his running back, on his hip. Cruz gets the handoff, tries the left side, and gets maybe the line, maybe a yard.
Yeah, maybe.
I think he got about a half yard on first down.
So we'll give him 1, I guess. Yep, he got 1.
And the sun is fully down. We're under the Friday night lights. Greenfield Central, after winning 49-0 last week at Madison, are leading here 47-0. We've got nearly an entire half to play.
Yeah, they might be worthy of that number 10 ranking. Oh, Planup hit hard.
Yeah, Planup running forward, and he might have got a yard. He did get a yard, but boy, he was punished for it.
So it'll bring up a 3rd and long with the Pirates trailing 47-0.
Running clock, less than 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. Pirates looking for about 8 yards right here. The Planet throws to the left flat. It's caught, spins, gets forward. Not enough for the first down.
I think that was Miles McKenzie.
It is Miles McKenzie, the freshman. And it's a positive yards, but it's going to bring up 4th.
No, he lost 1. Didn't he?
They haven't placed the ball yet. They put it at the 30, or at the 26, don't they?
Yeah.
He did lose a yard. So it's a completed pass for a -1 yard.
And the Pirates will line up to punt.
So Pirates go a yard, lose a yard. It's 4th and 9.
This is Jacoby Miller back. The last time he was in this position, the snap never got to him.
Miller standing at about his own 14-yard line.
Uh-oh. Yeah, they blocked it.
They sure did. It comes down and it's caught. Oh, it's actually fumbled out of bounds.
Yeah, number 21 on that one, Jacob Hinton. He timed the snap, went in unblocked, and was able to get a tip of his finger on that punt, blocked it. They're going to take over at the Greensburg 29-yard line.
There's no other way to say it, Gary. The Pirates are being dominated here tonight by Greenfield Central.
Yep, like I say, I think Greenfield is probably worthy of that number 10 ranking they have in the 4A division.
Very few positives for the Pirates tonight.
Got a new quarterback, though, Doc. Bradley Mallet. Maybe Malay, I don't know. We'll call him Mallet.
That being for Greenfield. And Mallet will go under center this time. Puts a man in motion left to right. Quick handoff to the back. Goes straight up the middle. Short yardage.
Yep. Benavente, the runner. Looks like
it's about 1 yard.
Elliott Weber on the stop for the Pirates. Clock running here. Down to 4.5 minutes. Quick quarter.
Greenfield at the 28-yard line. Backup quarterback, he's under center. Man in motion left to right. He'll go straight up the middle. It's Benavente again, and he'll find almost the 25, call it the 26. About 2 yards. 3rd and 7 for the Cougars. Less than 4 minutes to play here in the quarter. Pirates are working under the mercy rule here with the running clock. Kind of reverse the run and go to the other side. Nice
good
tackle
by
there
Meadows.
by the Pirates.
Yeah.
The Cougars went right and then came back left with a handoff, and the Pirates snuffed that out.
Meadows and Hadler on the stop.
That's a no-gainer and brings up 4th and 7. And what are we going to try? Another field goal? What do we got here?
Yep, looks like they are.
The ball is at the 26.
Going to be about a 41, 42-yarder.
Well, he's not back very far behind the line of scrimmage, though, is he?
No, he isn't. Last one got tipped.
It's 30, this will be a 47-yard attempt, like Gary said. Here we go. It's up. This boot is up, and it is no good. It is good.
It is good.
Whatever I call it, it's always the opposite, isn't it? Was that 47 yards?
Yes, sir. And that makes it 47. No,
it makes it 50 to nothing.
Yeah, 50 to nothing. Now, they hadn't marked it up yet. Yep, 50-0.
And the clock's still running here.
I like it.
2:40 left. So Greenfield Central 2 possessions in this quarter. They got a touchdown and a field goals. 10 extra points for the Cougars in this third quarter.
Nice field goal there of 47 yards. No, that was only 42 yards, wasn't it?
He had it back at the 37, didn't he?
It is 37?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a 47-yard field goal.
That's a big foot, big leg.
Yep. Caden Acton is back. Also, Owen Meadows back deep to receive for the Greensburg Pirates. Greenfield Central will kick off.
Got another score update, Doc. Not looking good here for the Chargers. With 6 minutes to go in the game, Eastern Hancock now a 36-14 leader over the Chargers.
No third quarter sponsor here tonight, so you know what? We'll give it to H&R Block since we kind of neglected them in the first quarter.
All right.
H&R Block third quarter. Greenfield Central on the kickoff. Running clock, 50-0 with Greenfield Central. The kick is a squib kick. Oh, and he's going to lose the handle, have to go back and cover it at the 4-yard line. With
Wait,
no
he's
return.
down.
That's Owen Meadows had to cover it. They had their fingers on it, let it sneak past him, and the Pirates will be 1st and 10 from their 4-yard line, trailing 50-0.
Boy, Coach Anderson has to be shaking his head now on that one. When it rains, it pours, so to speak. So under a minute to play here this third quarter. So the Pirates now, Doc, haven't been able to move it the whole game, and now they're looking at a 97-yard field in front of them.
That's back to the 3, isn't it? I said the 4.
Yeah, it's on the 3. But last year,
right,
they moved it from the 1 to the 1, so
they did.
Of course, they didn't score, but they did move it. All right, so they are going to have to run a play here.
Greenfield Central looking to waylace to 2 3A teams here in their first 2 games of the year. From the 3-yard line are the Pirates, and the Planet will be in his own end zone for this play. They're coming after him. Hand off, and they'll go to the right side, and does find his way to the 5-6 yard line. So 3-yard pickup. They were coming after him, though, weren't they, Gary?
Yep, that's Rankin. Rankin on the carry. He's going to pick up
3.
Yep.
Picks up 3. So the ball's out to the 6 now. H&R block third quarter.
That should about do it. Oh, wow. Going to have to run a play. 23 seconds to play here in the third quarter.
Play clock at 9, 8. There's still exchange of personnel. A player slow getting back in the play. 4 seconds. Pirates, can they beat this? 2
I don't
seconds.
think so.
1 second.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
they're going to let it go, aren't they?
They're going to be generous.
Throws to
with
the
it.
right side. It falls incomplete. And that's the end of the third quarter. So we'll come back for the fourth quarter. It's a running clock. Pirates trail 50-0. And the Pirates will be 3rd and 7 from their own 6-yard line. Other than that, things are pretty cheery. We'll be back.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's Used Car Superstore, Buy Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's Used Car Superstore.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
And we're back 3 quarters in the books. Here ready to start the fourth quarter. Pirates trail 50-0 here. Running clock in play. Pirates facing a 3rd and 7. They're backed up their own 6-yard line.
And Doc, the Pirates have not gotten a first down since the first quarter. And they're 3 for the entire ball game. 2 of them came off of Greenfield penalties. So really 1 first down this entire ball game for the Pirates.
So here we go. Pirates looking for 7 yards here, deep in their territory, inside their 10. In fact, back at their 6. 3rd down play. And here we go.
Uh-oh, intercepted. It's going to go to the house.
It's going to go back for a touchdown. So Pirates throw it's a pick 6, you'll call it.
Yeah.
Number 25.
I think it's 26. Carson
Anderson?
Yep.
Carson Anderson picks it and takes it back to the house.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Their 8th touchdown on the night. This one via the interception.
How many different players?
20. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different players on the 8 touchdowns.
So point after coming up for Greenfield Central. We're under a running clock. Not a minute gone yet in the fourth quarter. Lined up for the extra. Aaron Lee, the point after kicker.
I think will the clock stop on the change of possession?
We'll tell you in a minute. This kicks up.
Good.
And it's good. The score, 57-0, Greenfield Central leading, and the running clock
is
stopped on the change of possession. 10:49 left here in the ball game. We'll be back. Pirates will have the ball when we return.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
And we return, Gary Bailey.
57-0 now in favor of the Greenfield Central Cougars off of the pick six there. Bryson Alplanap threw it into the hands of Carson Anderson, who returned it untouched to the house, if you will. So the Pirates will get the ball back on offense, try to make something happen.
Let's try to pick up a first down. Here's the kickoff from the Cougars. It's caught at the 10-yard line. The return is on. Is that Caden? Goes straight up the center of the field, gets into some traffic, advances past the 30, about the 30, roughly the 32-yard line.
That was Rankin.
Braden Rankin?
Nope. Sorry, Acton.
It was Caden Acton.
Boy, I swear that number looks like 32 on the one side and 33 on the other.
They'll get to the 33-yard line. They'll spot it, Gary.
Pretty quiet crowd here. Pirates trail 57-0 with 10 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Clock running under 10 minutes now.
It's like Ethan Bishop into the ball game for the first time, Gary. He'll take the quarterback position for the Greensburg Pirates.
All righty.
He's what, a freshman? He is.
6 foot though. Good size freshman.
So Bishop will guide the team. He'll hand off, they'll go straight ahead, and they'll get nowhere. Actually, they'll get a loss of a yard, 2 yards.
Looks like number 11 on the carry. So Noah Martini on the carry for the Pirates.
2nd and 12. Gary, we've seen a lot of football games. This is as thoroughly dominated as I think I've ever seen a team.
Yep, it has been completely one-sided here from the get-go.
9 minutes left under this running clock. Ethan Bishop, the freshman quarterback, he'll hand off. They'll go straight ahead, and
that's
some
Martini
more lost
again.
yards. Lost 2 more yards. 2-yard loss. He's up third, about 14 for Greensburg.
And the clock down to 8:41 to play. North Decatur not doing well in their ball game. We don't have a South Decatur score.
Bishop calls for the ball, gets it, looks to the left side, throws. It's caught.
I think it's Rankin.
And it'll be a short gain up to not even the original line of scrimmage.
McKenzie.
About a 3-yard pickup on the play brings up 4th and 11. Three-yard pickup, and what are we doing here? We're going to punt the football, I presume. Running clock, 7:50 to play in the ball game. Pirates trail 57-0. You heard me right. I didn't want to say it, but it's my job.
Yep, got to say it. Got to cover it, good, bad, or ugly. We'll bring it to you.
And it's 2 of the 3. So there you go. And here's the punt attempt. It's up.
Oh, good punt.
Nice high punt. It comes down. They're going to let this hit and roll. Actually gets just a small Greensburg roll, and it'll die at about the 28-yard line.
Not bad there by Jacoby Miller.
Clock still on the move with 7:12 to play. Because it stops on scoring plays, but not change of possessions.
There you go. So we're learning as we go as well.
Greenfield Central will start from the 28-yard line. I'll presume there's a lot of substitutions all around here.
I would think so.
The Cougars will split 2 to the wide left side. The quarterback will go under center. Put a man in motion left to right. There's a handoff. They'll try the left side. And
There's a keeper, quarterback keeper on that one.
He'll get about 3 on first down.
Braley Mallet. I don't know what it is. Mallet is what Coach Simpson's calling him. So.
Second and 7 for Greenfield Central. 10th ranked team in 4A.
Broken play, I think, Doc. Yep.
Yep, it is. And looks like Pirates will dump them for a loss. So that one will be about a 4-yard loss. So it'll be 3rd and 11. Should be back around the 27, and it is at the 27-yard line. 3rd and long for Greenfield Central. 5:40 left on the running clock. 57-0 Greenfield Central over the Pirates. Pirates poised to go 0-2 here early in the season. Quarterback throws to the left side, knocked down, it falls incomplete. We'll bring up 4th and long.
That looks like, is that Acton again that knocked it down? Yep, his second disrupted pass, if you will, tonight.
And 5:10 left on the running clock.
And they are going to punt. Is this their first punt of the game?
It is.
Owen Meadows, the lone Pirate deep.
Greenfield punter standing at about his 11-yard line.
I don't think they're going to get this one off. They're not.
And they don't. They're just going to let it go, aren't they?
I guess they are.
So here we go.
Oh,
punt. It's a shank punt to the right side.
The old shankster.
Goes out of bounds. Pirates will have some good field position here.
At the 36-yard line, Doc.
A 9-yard punt.
That's what you call the old shankster off the side of the foot.
Yep.
All right, Doc, looks like we got a final score coming in here. It is Eastern Hancock 36, North Decatur 14.
Wow. Solid win for Eastern Hancock.
Were they ranked? You went over
no.
it, but okay.
What was it, 36-14?
Yep.
You carry on and I'll pass.
All right.
Actually, she's passing it on.
Oh, good deal. She knows what she's doing.
Yep.
3:54 and counting here in this 57-0 game in favor of Greenfield. All new players on the field here for both squads.
Pirates will start this at the Greenfield 36. Trips to the right, single receiver left. Ethan Bishop, your quarterback.
Look out.
And he'll be swallowed up in the backfield as soon as he gets the ball. No chance there. The freshman quarterback is dumped for 4 yards. Ball back to the 40-yard line. 2nd and 14. Running clock shows 3:12 to play in the ball game. 57-0 lead for the Cougars over the Pirates. And here we go. Running play, they'll go up to the right side. Martini gets almost to the original line. No, they'll just pick up 2 of the 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So 2-yard run for Martini.
And it brings up 3rd and long here for the Pirates, trailing 57-0 coming up on. Let's see here what we got. No South Decatur football live stream due to excessive heat, reports WTRE. So maybe they didn't even get started.
Does that mean the live stream is affected or the whole game is affected?
I don't know.
I want answers. Oh. So here we go.
Oh, my. Nothing
Pirates
doing for
go to the
Martini.
left side, and Martini gets the ball, goes to the left, and he'll lose about 3 yards on that play. So 4th, 15. Ball back to the 41-yard line. 2 minutes to play. Running clock.
2 minutes.
So So Pirates inside Greenfield Central territory. They're going for this. They need 14 yards right here. They'll throw it downfield, almost picked off. It falls incomplete. They'll turn it over on downs.
So this time they are stopping the clock. I don't know. Doesn't make much sense, does it?
Nope.
One change of possession, they do stop it. Another one, they don't. So I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, 1:42 to play. 57-0 Pirates trail. This one is almost over.
So 102 seconds to play.
Clock running.
And they start the clock.
Maybe 3 plays.
Reserves on the field for both squads. Cougars with the football, their own 41-yard line. First down. And they'll try straight up the gut and get a loss of yards. About 2-yard, maybe 3-yard loss on the play.
Looks like the carrier was 44, Doc. That's going to be...
Yeah, 3-yard loss.
Isaiah Sitton.
A minute to play, Gary. 57-0, the bad guys. Coming here, roughing up our Pirates. Pitch out man in motion left to right, sweeps to the right, turns the corner, gets knocked down. He crosses the 45 to about the 47-yard line.
Yeah, pretty nice little run for the young man. Owen Meadows on the stop for the Pirates.
So 9-yard running play. Still brings up third and about 6.
Looks like one more play, Doc, in this ball game, and we'll call it a night.
Greenfield Central from their own 46-yard line. 20 seconds to play.
Looks like they're just going to maybe take a knee here. Yep, I believe they're in
victory formation.
Victory formation here.
So here we go.
And
8 seconds left. They'll take a knee. 6 seconds.
And
5 seconds.
This one belongs to the Cougars.
Final score here tonight. There's your horn. Pirates roughed up here tonight on their own field, second week in a row here. This time 57-0 by the 10th ranked in the 4A division Greenfield Central Cougars. And Pirates go to 0-2. Cougars go to 2-0 next week. Pirates on the road at Connorsville. If you can't be there,
we'll be there for you.
Greenfield Central will be at Mount Vernon. Will host Mount Vernon Fortville. North Decatur takes a loss tonight, and they'll host Monroe Central. Edinburgh will be at South Decatur next week also. We'll take a minute here to gather our stats, and we'll come back right after this.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy-Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's used car superstore, Buy-Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
And we're back here. It's a final here tonight. Greensburg on Shriver Field, second game here on their artificial turf. It was Greenfield Central all over the Pirates tonight, taking the win 57-0. Halftime, it was 41-0. Went to a running clock, shortened the game, and Greenfield Central able to tag on 2 touchdowns and a field goal in that shortened second half. And they'll sneak out of here 2-0 after a couple solid wins over some 3A teams. And Gary Pirates fall to 0-2. We'll live to play another day, but boy, we got roughed up tonight.
Yes, we did, Doc, and the stats. I like you said, I'm not sure I've seen a team get control quite as much as the Pirates did tonight. It's not pretty. I'm not sure we want to go over them.
Well, Gary's a graduate of the Michigan Institute of Licensed Football Statisticians. He's going to tell us about the numbers. Gary?
All right, we can do it. Well, we'll start with the big one, 57-0. Greenfield Central comes into town and leaves town undefeated at 2-0 with the 2 big wins in a row here last week over Madison, tonight over our Pirates. Some team stats: first downs 14 for Greenfield Central, 3 for the Pirates. Total yards, this is where it really gets not pretty. Total yards for the Pirates, 33 yards on 44 plays. Doc, that's .75 per play. 302 yards for Greenfield on 43 plays. That's 7 yards per play. We'll go into some individual stats here.
Just keep going. Coach will come up. So
Dallas Freeman, the quarterback, I played most of the game. He passed the ball 15 times. He completed 7 of those for 114 yards and 2 TDs. And then their backup, Bradley Mallett, came in. He threw the ball 1 time, did not complete that, so he's 0 for 1. Rushing on the day, let's see what we got here. Looks like their leading rusher is going to be Beneventi. He ran it 14 times for 63 yards. Boston Willard, 2 carries for 30 yards. Cooper Hinton, 1 carry for 57 yards. Dallas Freeman, 2 carries for 17 yards. Let's see here. Trenton Smith, 1 carry for no yards. Bradley Mallett, 3 carries for -2. Isaiah Sitton, 1 carry for -3. And Brody Willard, 1 carry for 9. So those are the individual stats. Scoring for Greenfield: Cooper Hinton scored once. Kirk Kinnett scored 2 times. He scored on a kickoff return, and a 25-yard pass play. Who else scored for them? Boston Willard scored 1. Lane Waddle, their Georgia Tech bound big man, scored a touchdown. Dallas Freeman scored, and Carson Anderson scored. So there you have it. Over on the Greensburg side, Planup, he carried the ball 9 times for -2 yards. Austin Cruz, 2 carries for 7 yards. Rankin, 2 carries for 5 yards. Caden Acton, 5 carries for 11 yards. After the game kind of wrapped up there, Martini came in, did a nice job on a few carries, had some trouble getting to the line of scrimmage a few times as well, but 4 carries, -5. Ethan Bishop, 1 carry for -4. So those are some of the stats, good, bad, and the ugly. And joining us now, Coach Wes Anderson. And Doc, take it away. I'll let you handle this. I'll let you handle this one.
Coach, Greenfield Central, they had our way with us. I'm not sure where to start. What's your thoughts on the ball game?
Well, I'll tell you this. We had probably the worst week of practice since I got hired this week. Yeah. And the message to the boys pretty much every day this week after every bad practice we had was like, if you keep doing this, we're going to play like we practice. And, boy, we sure did. We really didn't do a very good job of tackling the dive all week in practice, and we really didn't tackle the dive very well tonight. We really didn't do a very good job. We really only carried 2 run plays tonight. We carried the speed option, and we carried the inverted veer tonight. We only ran those 2 things, and we couldn't run them a lick. So I tried to keep things as simple as we could, and our offensive line still really, really struggled tonight. And again, the same thing. Like, we did it all week in practice. We weren't great in practice. We came to the game, weren't great in the game. So my message to the boys there at the end was like, we've got to have better practice habits, and we've got to practice more intentionally. We've got to pay more attention to what's in the scouting report. We've got to be a better preparation team if we want to win football games. And I think we've got to change some stuff up in our practice structure and try to find a combination that works to get us going in practice, and then that's got to carry over to the game.
Very good. So you've seen Greenfield Central the last number of years like that. I know you're concentrating on your own ball club, but how do they compare the last several years they've been playing?
Well, I tell you what, that team they had a year ago and this team are both pretty good. They don't have the ponies in the backfield. I know when you guys saw them a year ago, and same for me, like, they were in the wishbone 99% of the time, and they just don't have the studs back there like they used to. So, they're running a little bit different offense this year in the flex bone, and that little fullback, for being a sophomore, man, that dude runs hard. Yeah. Beneventi is a nice-looking player, and he's going to be a good one for them down the road for sure. But I told you this in the pregame. I mean, those 2 dudes on the outside are a really tough matchup problem, and we really didn't play very well out there again either. Connect, that dude is just so fast. We had one. We ran a little sprint out going down here to the east end of the stadium, and we had Cruz out there in an arrow, and I was like, God, throw it to Cruz, and Connect closed on that. So he almost intercepted it. Like, he is just so fast. He's such a weapon. He's played so much football there, and Lane Waddle on the other side. I mean, dude's going to play football in the ACC, and he's probably going to play a ton of football down there too. So, they've got some dudes we just ain't got. But at the same time, I was happy with the plan. We right now are a team that we are just death by a million paper cuts, and It is. Every play is 9 or 10 guys to do the right thing. One guy makes an absolutely critical mistake, and you pile those up on top of each other, and that's how you end up getting half 100 hung on you.
Yeah, very good. Well, next week on the road, our first road game will be at Connorsville, and but the way we're playing right now, everybody's going to be a tough matchup for us, aren't they?
Well, I would agree with you there, Doc, on that one. That's probably a pretty good estimation. We have a lot of work to do to play winning football, and we don't have a winning mindset right now. I don't think we're very tough, and those things have to improve pretty quickly. They really do. We've got to get that stuff turned around. And like I said, we're going to change some stuff up at practice this week, and we'll take a look at some different guys and see if we can't start finding the right combination. But there's just so much work to do in the culture of this program, and to get us in the right mindset to be winners. That job is a tall task, a very tall task.
Yeah. Gary?
You think practicing at 6 a.m. had anything to do with bad practices?
I mean, it could have.
I know a lot of these high school kids, they don't like getting up in the morning.
Well, Coach West doesn't like getting up early either.
Yeah, you got a little drive in front of you.
I do. Those 3:45 alarms are not great this week. But at the same time, we practice out here Tuesday. We didn't tackle the dive on Tuesday. I don't care what time you practice. You literally, we made it so simple on defense this week. Our D linemen, our linebackers had to tackle the dive. Our outside linebackers and our safeties had to tackle the quarterback. Our corners had to tackle the pitch, and we repeatedly did not do that tonight. I mean, over and over and over, and you coach it and you talk about it and you go back out and you make the same mistake, and that's what I'm talking about. That lack of coachability is what has to get better. We have to be able to fix problems, and we have to be able to make adjustments, and we're just not very good at that part of the game right now.
Very good.
Yeah. Freeman pretty good quarterback last week. He started off red hot in that first quarter. He started off pretty slow. Was it anything we were doing? Because it looked to me like we were getting some pressure in there early.
Yeah, we were. You know, we felt like if we could really crank it up a little bit on him, you know, he I think has improved dramatically from what he was as a sophomore and as a junior. He was not the quarterback as a sophomore, but I mean, you know, we've seen him around for a number of years, but they do a really good job of running a few things really well, and our goal was to kind of take a couple of those away. Their favorite when they run that little like wing trips deals to run fade out, and you know we knew like, and they just run it repeatedly, and they just kill you with it and kill you with it and kill you with it, and you know we felt like if we could take away fade out, we'd have a pretty good shot, and we did. And then they started hitting us on the single side stuff. You know, and that was when they started throwing those slants in there to Waddle, and they got connect on the one post going down towards the scoreboard the one time, and you know, we had guys out of position. We had guys that were making the same mistakes they made all week. You know, and I told like, hey, you got it. You know, our outside linebacker, you got to be underneath the post. Got to be underneath the post. Well, Coach Bailey, were we underneath the post tonight?
I don't think so.
We were not underneath the post tonight, as a matter of fact.
And I'm not a football guy. I don't think you were.
No, we were not. I can confirm. I saw it with my 2 eyes. We were not under the post. So those are the things I'm talking about, fellas. Like, you know, I mean, I think like we run good routes. You know, Bryson makes a right read, but our left guard doesn't block. And then the next time our receiver got a great pocket and a wide receiver runs the wrong route. Or next time they're both good and then Bryson makes a wrong read. Or defensively, you know, we make a great blitz and we got one guy 2 feet out of position and Waddle's running on a slant. You know, so it doesn't always feel like it when the score is like this, but the problems are very small. It's just the volume of those small problems that we have to overcome. We are not making these catastrophic mistakes where we're not even lining up right, or we're not running the concept even close to right of what we're trying to do. We are getting there in those ways, but again, those little mistakes, when you make them in the quantity that we're making them, where you're making 2 or 3 a play, every play over 150 plays, I mean, it adds up on you in a hurry, and we've got to reduce that. We've got to get those little mistakes fixed. ASAP.
Yeah. They frequently would flush our quarterback out of the pocket. He was in a position where he's trying to make a play, trying to get something done, but a couple of intersections. One was a pick six, and that just kind of buries you deeper in a hole.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. He came over, and he's like, well, he jumped it, Coach. And I said, oh, I know. I saw it. Like, yeah, that's always my favorite thing for quarterbacks to come over. Coach, I didn't see him. Well, I would hope you didn't see him, because if you did see him, you wouldn't have thrown it to him. Coach, he jumped the slant. Yes, he did. Why did you give him the slant? You know, and that's, again, I told you guys this for 2 weeks. Like, you got a young quarterback, you're going to take those lumps with him. And, again, like I said, little mistakes by him tonight probably cost us 14. Our inability to snap the ball to the punter cost us probably 28. Yeah. Conservatively, we also kicked it to connect, which was literally the number 1 point in the scouting report, was don't kick it to the dude that is a state finalist sprinter. Coach Bailey, did we kick it to the state finalist sprinter? We got it in his hands, and we were unable to keep up with him stride for stride.
He showed the speed.
Again, felt like those are the things I'm talking about, those little things, like just the attention to detail, and that's the volume just kills you. It just really kills you.
Got it.
All right.
Well, we appreciate the post-game visit. I know these can be painful. It's easy to go Monday morning to practice after a win, and it's a little tougher after a setback like this, but that's the chore in front of you.
Well, I don't think we're going to enjoy the film room at 8:30 tomorrow, boys, and I think that's me and the team. So we'll get back in the film room. We'll start making corrections. I mean, the thing is, you know, and I'll say this. I know you guys are probably trying to get off the air and you're trying to listen to me talk, but
not at all.
The hard thing about these is that games like this, they're exhausting because you just coach so hard for so long, and it just wears you down. You know, I mean, I would rather play 10, 49, 42 games, and those are tiring too, don't get me wrong, but nights like this where you're just scrambling for answers, it just wears you down. And I said we just got to get back tomorrow and start getting to work and get it fixed. That's all we can do.
Well, hang in there. New coach, new scheme, new staff, new everything. And if it's just the little things that you need to fix, I think you're in good shape.
Yep, we'll get there. We'll get there.
We're behind you, Coach.
Thank you, boys.
Appreciate you coming up. Okay?
Absolutely.
Some closing words?
Well, hope to see you next Friday. Excited to get started in conference play, and boy, am I tired of playing 4A schools. So,
yes.
Unfortunately, we got to play another one next week, but it'll be nice to get down to the 3As and the 2As here in the next few weeks once we get in the conference for sure.
Okay, very good. All right, Coach, thanks very much.
Absolutely.
All right, that's Coach Wes Anderson, head coach of the Greensburg Pirates. Pirates fall to 0-2 on the year. Greenfield Central having their way with Greensburg here tonight, 57-0, and scored 6 touchdowns in that first half, Gary, and it was kind of downhill from there.
Yeah, you dig yourself those early holes, and as he said, you're young in a lot of the skill positions, and it's hard to get yourself out of those deep holes. Last week 26-0 at halftime, tonight 41-0 at halftime, and that's just nearly impossible to get out of.
I appreciate the coach coming up. It's hard for him, to come up and talk after something like this. It's disheartening. It's your whole baby, your whole heart and soul. It's what you think of when you wake up, go to sleep, what you've been working on all year. And with an outset like this, it just takes a will of steel to keep going, Gary.
Yeah, that's right. He will.
All right, and that's what we'll do. Well, tonight we'll call it a game right here. It was a 57-0 Greenfield Central win. Would have been worse, except got to the running clock in the second half. You can listen to us, of course, on AM 1330. FM 104.3, WTREradio.com. You can catch us on these games on YouTube. Thanks to all our sponsors that we mentioned during the ball game. The fourth quarter sponsor tonight, by the way, was the Napoleon State Bank. I want to make sure we get that in right there. The views expressed by these announcers, Gary, they're not necessarily the views held by WTRE ownership and management.
But they should be.
Absolutely should be. WTRE is locally owned and operated by Sandy Bittiger, Mark Gravely, and Kathy Versman. I'm John Dooley, alongside Gary Bailey. Morgan Schofield here running the equipment for us because we don't know what we're doing.
At all.
And that's an understatement. So anyway, thanks for listening, everybody. Gary, tell them all good night.